And we are live. All right. Welcome to Smokesteve's International Pub. International basement, some might call it, but it's a pub nonetheless. Anyways, welcome. Having a nice rum and soda, rum and seltzer. It's good quality rum. Smooth. No added anything besides seltzer. Hi, Amy. Hi, Last Dance. And that's life, but not as we know it. What's up, brother? 2. All right. I'm going to play one tune. Now, this song was covered by Sublime. And it's a Grateful Dead tune. Hey, George. What's up, Derek? So, I prefer the Dead version, of course, everyone does, but Sublime does a cool version of it. It is, well, you guys can pick it out. See if I can hack my way through this one. As I was walking down Rubber Dub Square, not a chill to the wind, but a nip to the air. From another direction, she was caught in my eye. Might have been an illusion, but I might as well try, She had rings on her fingers and bells on her shoes. Knew without asking she was into the blues. She wore scarlet begonias tucked into her curls. I knew right away she was not like other girls. Well, I've never been right as I ain't never been wrong. Could heaven works out the way it does in this song. Lyrics up. Cause once in a while you get shown a light of the strangest of places if you look at it right. Oh, it was the summer of love, and I thank the stars above because a woman put her loving over me. Just to gain her trust, I bought a microbus and I showed up on my parental property. She wore a tie-dye dress, I was a psychedelic mess. We toured around the north, south, east, and west. We sold some mushroom tea, we sold some ecstasy, we sold nitrous, opium, heroin, crack, and then some PCP. Now I hear the police coming after me. Yeah, I hear the police coming after me. Yeah, the one scarlet with the flowers in her hair, she got the police coming after me. There ain't nothing wrong with the way she moves, with the scarlet begonias and the touch of the blues. And there ain't nothing wrong with the love that's in her eyes. I had to learn the hard way, just to let her pass by, Boom, the Dead. A great tune. Now, there's a Rastafarian expression that says, the woman with the angel face and the devil heart. And that's what that song is about. A beautiful girl takes him down the wrong path, drug dealing, getting chased by the cops. And he had to learn the hard way just to let her pass by. Yeah, Scarlet Begonias, Amy Dodd, by the Grateful Dead, covered by Sublime in that case. It's a cool tune. And it's a lesson most guys do learn the hard way. You meet a woman that you think is the best, and then she fucks you all up, which, you know, you can only usually learn shit like that through experience. A few other entrances here into the chat. Thirsty Drunk, what up? Mushroom, yeah. David Edwards, what's up, brother? Paul Greystone, how you doing, man? Georgie, what's up, dude? Last Dance, of course. Biscuit, what up, guy? Sammy Cat, yeah, delicious. No, yeah, she's not. She's super chill, dude. Delicious lobsters we had today, Sammy. Yes. Um, yeah, exactly. That's life, right? You learn it, everyone knows it, and then you meet the good one, and hopefully you get to spend your life with them, you know? Cheers. Another gorgeous day here, seemingly in paradise. Spent the morning down at the ocean, the afternoon in the pool. It was good. Very nice day. And thanks for being here, everybody. The news seems to be covering, of course, COV 19er, but now they're talking a lot about things going on over in Afghanistan, all kinds of craziness going on there after 20 years. It's a sad thing, man. I don't think we're not going to ever change it. I think that's the realization we came to. The Haiti earthquake, just caught a brief glimpse of that in the last 20 minutes before I came on here. But yeah, I believe they got slammed a few years back with one. Or was that? Yeah, it was, right? Or was it a hurricane? I believe it was. Poor folks. It's a tough place, man. They got the, I guess their prime minister, I believe is what it was called, got assassinated. Was that the DR? That might have been the DR. I don't know. I get the two of them confused. It's the same island split into two countries, I believe. Yeah, it was Good Times' wife. Yeah, somewhat. Storm the Pitbull. We're a little fucked up, but there's a lot of good souls left. You can't just judge a country by what you see in the media. You judge it by the people, and the people are good for the most part. There's good people. There's good Americans, just like there's very many great British people and a lot of great Irish folks. It's just that the most of us don't make it into the news because we don't do anything that's newsworthy. We just live our lives, try to stay on the white side, as they say, and that's nothing to do with race. Just stay on the positive side, stay on the winning side, Damn right, Spawn. Thank you. Banana. Afghanistan is never going to change because of Western influence. It's got to want to change for itself. Yeah, this is true, Amy. It's a fucked up thing. The tribalism might be the only thing that they have that saves them, because these the hard line side of the is you got to go hard against that if you're going to fight it, and it's going to go on forever. I don't think so, man. I don't think it was old Slick Willie. We feel on these instruments. Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah. No kidding, huh? That's interesting. Cup of tea. I do believe you're obviously kidding about the house part, but nation building, yeah, it's seemingly right, Amy. It's a shit show whenever that nation building, right? Yeah, there was so much bullshit in Vietnam about the hearts and minds. Jeez, my voice got trashed from that one song. A little on the high side for me. Maybe it was the song, maybe it was the weed. Yeah, I don't know. Storm the Pitbull, I don't know about the elite thing. People have these, but I'm not going to call them far-flung theories, but the high-level families that could control a lot more than we think. I don't know enough about it to really speak of it, so I've just never really I guess, gotten into researching that sort of thing. I think in modern times, I think if that is happening, it's significantly less. But there was certainly a time when the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, amongst many others, have shaped things, as well as, I mean, look at the Sackler family with Purdue Pharma. They caused overdose deaths of, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands, even millions of people, and that's a very rich family. So you could say, in a way, that they do direct our culture. You know, obviously, Bezos, everyone buys Amazon, and you know, in a way, you are correct, man. Microsoft, we all paid Bill Gates. That is, you have Bill Gates was a big pusher of the polio vaccine. There was a lot of issues with that, I believe, in India. There was a lot of bad things that happened from that, which has people scared of vaccines in general, sadly, because there are good ones that do work. But when there's a bad one, it gets a lot of publicity, and it can really change people's minds and sway them in that sort of a direction. Casino, yeah, right. Casino on a worldwide scale. Yeah. And a great movie that is. You know, I don't think I've ever watched Casino beginning to end, sadly. I've probably seen the movie multiple times, just not straight through. It's a long watch. A lot of slow motion in that movie also. I think I get a little slowed down by the slow motion. Well, the link is always in the description. There you go, buddy. If anyone feels so motivated, I will also post it here in the chat if you'd like to join in. Yeah. 4 to 5 times. Yeah, it's a good one, George. It's a very good one. Another building here in my state of Massachusetts, not another, but a building got evacuated for structural cracks. Scary shit. Sharon Stone, yeah. I mean, she fine, dude. She fine. Yeah, John. No problem with her. She was good in that movie. See me there. Interesting. I like it. That's life. Keep it coming, bro. Jump on if you want. And speaking of jumping on, pardon me, I'll go ahead and add in Mr. Vapes. Doing good, man?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How's my volumes?
Pretty good. Pretty good. You got the big microphone tonight. You've sorted things out, right? Weren't you having some issues?
I've had a good play around, and hopefully it's. I've been trying to fix levels, and I've turned the StreamYard's automatic leveling off. So, like, what I've done on my side isn't getting messed up by StreamYard by the looks. So I've turned StreamYard's auto level off. So
what do you think is the problem? What's the thing that's throwing off your works? Is it the computer?
No, I think StreamYard it has a setting called auto mic noise leveling, and with that on, I think when I've set everything up, it's doing something to make it up and down. If you know what I mean.
I see. Yeah, where is that under audio? I don't even know.
It's in cam and mic.
Yeah.
Then it's then audio, and then it's the bottom selection above mic volume. It says automatically adjust.
Okay.
Mic volume.
So click that off. You think?
Well, on mine, yours is fine, but on mine, I've had to click it off because I'm using audio. I'm using an audio mixing software.
Okay.
So the audio mixing software is fighting with StreamYard, trying to get the levels, and StreamYard's making it go up.
Right, that makes sense. You only need one. You don't need both. They're counteracting each other. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Good, you figured that out, man. That's a cool microphone. What kind is that?
It's similar to Aphids. It's the Niwa.
What does that go for, like $60-$70 or more?
45, I think it was.
That's it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is that available on Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon. That's where I got it from.
It sounds pretty clear. It's not Hayden Hewitt level of clear, but it's pretty damn skippy. But you can obviously see when you spend, I think he spent $250, $300 on his. He's got that voice too, but it's just booming. It's clear too.
I mean, I think the biggest difference between a really good microphone and a really crappy one is like sometimes background noise of the microphone, and then also with a good one, it'll have good features inside to have the volumes and everything right. Mm-hmm. Whereas I've got to mess around with it no end with software to get it to sound right.
Okay, so Storm the Pitbull says it sounds like you're teabagging King Kong. Maybe it is a little too bassy. On my end, it's okay. I thought it was fine. But maybe, add a little kit. Do you have a mixing board, like treble, mids, and bass?
It's a basically they call it a color panel. Mm-hmm. And if I'm on extremely low, if I put it to middle, how's that sound, everyone?
That's better. You brought the mids up on that one for sure.
Yeah, I'll put it in the middle of the color panel.
Yeah, that was good. It lost the bass aspect, which was kind of muddying out a little. It added definitely some mid range. I like it.
Yeah, so that sounds much better.
Yeah, definitely more conversational.
Brilliant.
All right, let's see how this man's microphone is. Mr. Last Dance, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How you guys doing?
Good. Back from your vacation, are you?
I am back from my vacation.
Sad to be or happy to be or what?
I'm pretty. I would have liked to have stayed longer. It was very enjoyable, very relaxed. It was very relaxing.
Right on the ocean, near the ocean.
We could walk to the ocean.
Cool.
But there's a lot of low key stuff to do, which is what I like to do. Like we did a lot of hiking in the area. There's mountains to the east. 10, 20 miles away or so. And so we could do some nice mountain trails that are not too high,
Yep.
1,000 feet maybe up.
Cool.
It's just, get a lot of fun to do the hike and get a nice view at the end. And
cool.
Just a good time.
Look out towards the ocean, sort of, from like the mountain or whatever.
Yeah, towards the ocean but just toward the valley below.
Cool. Very nice, man. Sounds awesome. San Diego area.
Well, we were actually in San Diego, Pacific Beach.
Okay, cool.
Is where we stayed. For the first few nights, then we moved to La Jolla for the last couple nights.
Cool. Sounds awesome. I've never been, but I've heard it's a really cool city. How was the weather? Super hot, or was it tolerable?
Perfect.
Nice.
Just, highs in this mid 70s, and very pleasant every day.
Did you see any? George is mentioning the SEALs they train there, the Navy SEALs. Were you near that area?
No, I was not.
All right. Yeah. Bud's training. Yeah. It's a cool zone, man. Very cool. Can you swim there? Is the beach like a bathing beach, swimming beach?
It is a bathing beach. The water, it's the Pacific Ocean. It's a little cool, but don't stay in too long.
Mm-hmm.
All the anybody who stays in the water for any length of time has a wetsuit on. All the surfers use wetsuits.
Sure.
It's not like the Atlantic this time of the year where it's, like 75 degrees in the Atlantic.
Yeah, up here it's even almost it's 70 right now up here. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Freaking fish everywhere, and I can't get one to bite my lure, but it's been beautiful. A lot of shark warnings, a lot of like posted stuff for sharks out there.
I didn't see anything.
No, huh?
No, nothing.
Cool. Yeah, Jocko does live in San Diego, doesn't he? Sorry. Yeah, he's a good follow. That guy, Jocko Willink. He's cool. If you guys are looking.
I don't know who that is.
I believe he's an ex-Navy SEAL who does some cool patriotic stuff. YouTube, maybe Twitter. He's a chill dude. I like him. He's not heavily biased, you know what I mean? He's just kind of a level-headed guy, which I like.
You know, they don't have a winter there, so
Right.
their roads don't deteriorate.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's every road is smooth as glass for the most part.
That's cool. That's awesome. What are you guys having for cocktails or beers? Anything tonight?
Nah, I'm just having water.
Just water, huh?
Yeah, I hurt my neck, or I got some pinched nerve or something. Anyway, I got prescribed some steroids, and you know, it's kind of making me jittery, and I don't want to mix anything else with that.
Yeah.
So I'm almost finished with the course. Two more doses, and then I'm done.
Yep. It's probably smart. Free Julian, I guess Storm means Julian Assange here, I would imagine. What do you guys think about that?
You guys hear about the shooting in Plymouth in UK?
No.
He shot his, was it his wife? Yeah, he shot his wife first, and then with a shotgun, and then went on a killing spree and killed 6 people. Was it 6 people? No, yeah, five people, including a 3-year-old girl.
Fucker.
Damn.
Yeah. And then he turned the sixth person he shot was himself with shotgun.
Fucker.
So when was this?
Thursday.
Damn. And so obviously it was an illegal firearm?
Nope. He had a firearms license, and he'd been carrying it for quite a while.
Pistol?
No, shotgun. Action shotgun.
Okay. Yeah,
that gentleman is why the UK should not allow firearms.
Even pump shotguns? You think they should make everything illegal?
In this country, I don't think we can be trusted.
No kidding, huh?
There's a big difference between the UK and America. I'm guessing in America, you guys have had like gun safety training from like school times. They taught you at school, probably.
Not always.
No.
Or at least they give you the knowledge somehow.
Yeah, you take courses here in some states to get a license, but in other states you can go in and buy a pistol with a driver's license. No background check, or a very short background check.
Yeah, they don't make you demonstrate proficiency at all.
Not usually. In my state they do, but in most states they don't, to tell you the truth.
But then again, this is like the worst like local act of violence in like 10 years with guns in the UK.
Wow.
So
this is the incel that Hayden was tweeting about.
I did hear about an incel thing. So this guy was an incel, huh?
They're not treating it as terrorism.
Incel is not a cell biscuit. Incel means involuntarily celibate, meaning he had a hard time getting ladies. So he.
I don't know. He shot his wife. Unless that's why he shot his wife.
Yeah, see, then that wouldn't make any sense. He wouldn't be an incel and have a wife, right? Last Dance.
Well, they're saying in the chat that he didn't shot his mother, not his wife.
Okay.
Oh, is it his mother? All right. Okay, I'm getting. I've got the document up here, and I haven't looked at it properly, but might have been his mother.
Yeah, then that would make more sense for an incel.
Yeah, as married men know, that's the different kind of involuntary celibacy.
Right, there you go. That's funny. I wish I had a rim shot on that one. Good old school joke. He was a virgin, apparently. Okay, Amy's got all the facts. Thank you, Amy. Feel free to join in if you want, Amy. She had connectivity issues last time, but it was still good to see her. And I think that's Life has joined in before.
Yes, the document here says incels.
Mm.
Like in the what do you call it? The in one of the paragraphs titles.
Mm. I think there was a guy out in California a few years back who did this sort of a rampage. He was an incel, and you can read some of his ramblings online. I don't know if you remember that Last Dance.
I vaguely remember it. Yeah.
He was driving a BMW and randomly shooting at people, and I think it was Berkeley, college town in Cali, something like that. Probably Berkeley.
Yeah.
He killed some people. Pretty effed
I
up.
can't remember how long it was. I think it was 3 months ago. The police gave him his license back because they took it off him for assault. Gave it him back 3 months ago.
Huh. Missed the first half of that sentence. What did you say?
I said he had it taken off him for an assault that he committed, and they gave it back to him 3 months ago.
Huh. See, I was under the impression that only farmers and like landowners with varmint problems could get shotguns and rifles in the UK. Is that
there are other circumstances, but they're few and far between.
I mean, so he had a like a Mossberg 500, like a pistol grip 12 gauge pump shotgun. I mean,
they only said it was a pump action shotgun.
These things are pretty nasty, man. Definitely do some damage. Obviously, people underestimate the shotgun, I think. But it is a thunderstick. Go ahead, Based Welshman. What's up, dude?
Evening, all.
How are you?
Not bad.
Good, man. Good to see you.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. Interesting effect you have there on the camera lens.
I don't know what it is. It doesn't only seem to happen when I'm on my StreamYards. It doesn't seem to happen. I've something sorted out.
Yeah, it's like a haze, circle of haze around
It's
the
like
end.
a reverse. What's it called? A vignette. It's a white vignette.
Yeah, but it booted. But now he just switched. Oh, he's switching between selfie cam and not. I got it. Okay.
That's all I can do.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, we were talking about the guy from Plymouth, the incel from Plymouth. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to call him. They're going to cut that. I think they're already calling him far right, but he's supposed to be a libertarian.
Huh.
So.
Yeah, I mean, libertarian is not far right. I don't think. Some people might associate. Do you guys think libertarian is far right? Am I?
No way.
Yeah, it isn't. But I think
you know what mainstream media are like, and how much they like white males at the moment.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, there was a big uproar that they went for another white male as the new host of Jeopardy, the executive producer. Some white guy, they're all saying, like it's a big, like, white. I mean, white. Right. But I mean, it's crazy because he did a good job and he already was the executive producer, so why not? But apparently that's
racist, mate. That's racist. You've got to understand. It's not about who's best at the job.
Guess
it's
not.
About whose face fits, and if it fits the narrative, they'll have it in. And it's the same in the UK.
Hey, your vignette's gone now. You've gone landscape.
Oh,
yeah, it's gone. You went to horizontal cam and got rid of it.
There we go.
Yeah, Mayim Bialik, Punky Brewster, if you guys know her, she's going to do some hosting as well. Do you guys get American Jeopardy over there?
Not really.
No, not with.
We can watch clips of it on YouTube.
Okay.
I liked watching Watson cream everybody.
Oh, What was that? The guy who won like $1 million?
No, IBM
computer.
Watson, the computer.
Oh, I never saw that.
I mean, the only thing I watch American at the moment would be CNN, which I obviously watch for the lols. Joe, Joe Biden for the lols, because there's a YouTube channel that does a daily thing on Joe Biden, and he's got plenty of material.
Oh yeah.
And maybe Fox.
I've recently been watching a channel called Cinnamon Toast Ken, and he's been doing he's been like commenting on a show that catches sexual predators, and they're like catching them like with like actors for teens, like 13-year-old girls, and they're like getting them to come in. And then they've got like a whole team of a squad of police waiting in garage to catch them all when they try and escape. And
Damn.
there's this one guy who runs out front door, and cops chase him and taser the fucker.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, it sounds kind of like To Catch a Predator with Chris
That's what
Hansen.
it is. That's what it is, To Catch a Predator, but they're like commenting on it.
That's hilarious, man. I gotta run and grab 2 beers real quick. I'll be right back.
One of them was so chuffing obtuse because he didn't know police were there. He was eating fucking pizza. And he thought it was right, like, not illegal to do that. What a weirdo.
Well, I put on my Twitter earlier on an Afghan interpreter that we brought into the country. Now, when it's someone like that who's done a good service to the UK, I can understand why that their claim may be some sort of asylum, especially when you're getting all these these doctors, so-called doctors, engineers, and lawyers coming in every day. Yeah, but this Afghan interpreter, within months of arriving in the UK, raped her, drugged, and got a 14-year-old pissed up and unconscious and raped her. Right.
Yeah, I'm just concentrating on this dude backstage here. I just want to verify that he's not a recording. All right, cool. I'm gonna bring him in. What's up, BG?
Yo, thanks for having me on your stream. No, I was just cracking some beers and saw you guys rocking some beers too. So I was like, fuck it.
Cool.
The link.
Welcome,
How you doing?
man. From California.
Yep, born and raised.
Snowboarder, obviously.
I haven't. Yeah, I don't live in the mountains, but I haven't gone boarding in days.
Cool, man.
What are you guys up to though?
Just having a
Doing
chat.
the shit, having some beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Smoking some weed here too as well.
Talking about what's happening.
What's up, folks? Troll me. I already got people trolling me in the chat. It's crazy. After 30 seconds.
That's Happy Dog. He trolls everybody.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a part of a few communities that I don't have light skin.
Cool.
Or what's it called?
Thin skin.
Thin skin, yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. Good. Yeah. What are you drinking? Miller Lite? What are you smoking?
Yeah, Miller Lights. I'm smoking on some this is wedding cake.
Oh, nice. Is that dispensary stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm in a legal state here on Massachusetts, but I'd say the cannabis in California is far better than what we can get out here.
How much is it expensive where you're at?
It's just not perfect yet. They haven't really nailed it. Like 1 in 10 quality. Yeah, it's expensive. It's like 60 an eighth.
Hell no.
Yeah. But you open an eighth and you don't get knocked down by the smell or anything. And some of it looks all right. A lot of trichomes, but it's not super dank.
What's an eighth in metric?
3.5 grams.
About 45 quid.
That's about what it is here.
60 bucks.
Steve, why don't you grow?
I don't know. Why don't I? That's a good question.
mind you, $60 that's actually cheaper than it is here. It'd be about 60 pounds.
Yeah.
No, £30. Sorry.
60 would be more like 48.
Yeah.
So what do you
But
pay? Probably 45.
They pay a tenner for just over a gram.
Yeah, I would never pay more than 10 a gram, and it better be like fire, you know.
Right, like
We
Mac-
get shit stuff
Mac
over it.
one. Like the whole UK was covered in that. What was it? Stardog was the strain. Everyone I knew in the UK was like, "Oh, we got Stardog." It was like crazy Stardog.
Everyone states it's blue cheese usually.
That's a UK strain. A UK cheese. It's supposed to be real skunky.
But it stinks.
Yeah,
It's real lucrative in UK, right?
I would think, right? It's
Nice
illegal.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not legal here. But
Right.
I
It
can
was
smell it
better
on
when
my
it was-
street every day.
Right. I think it was better before it was legalized, when it was just decriminalized and just for medical. Ever since they made it legal, the price went up. Fucking, I don't know.
The quality didn't go up consistently with the price.
The quality's the same, you know. It's always gonna go up a little every year,
Right.
or every so often, every couple of years it'll go up.
Every breeding cycle when they start
Yeah.
creating these new strains, right?
Right, crossing them.
So does Big Pharma have the pockets in marijuana over there, or is it private chains or?
It's definitely it's corporate. There's some corporate sides to it.
It's all corporate. It's all corporate with the big fish, isn't it?
Well, yeah, when they see that they can sell this
Well,
much weed for $60, they're like, okay, we can make millions. You
Do
know?
companies like Pfizer have the hand in it, for instance, or
Not
Well,
yet.
yeah.
No.
no?
That'll be scary if they fucking. Oh,
Right.
my
Well,
Pfizer.
I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
It's just the public don't know about it. You know?
They're probably investing, right? Like behind the.
Well, yeah, exactly. JK and Richard Branson, they've gone into partnership to open like a chain of cannabis houses.
I tell you,
when-
one person I'm
when-
surprised hasn't
when-
got his hands in it, and that's Elon Musk. I'm surprised he ain't got a gigafactory for marijuana.
That's true. Sorry, Base Walshman, you were breaking up a little there. I think that's why Biscuit kind of bounced in on you. But you were saying Richard Branson and who else?
JK, Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai.
Yeah, they put millions into setting up like the bigger. Well, it will be the biggest sort of chain in the UK as and when it arrives. They've invested. They're all waiting. It's all in hands. So they're going
You
to be
mean
like
Jamiroquai, the band from like the 90s? Jamiroquai?
the singer.
Huh.
And they're going to be the Walmart of coffee smoke houses in the UK, basically.
Interesting. Very interesting. Right. Fucking that's life is jumping all over you, Biscuit. That's all right. It was hard to hear him. Host Natalie's
I
here.
have manners. I thanked Natalie in chat instead of over talking over Base Welshman.
Oh, Natalie's giving you some love, brother.
I know. That's why I thanked her in chat.
All right. Very nice, Natalie. Good to see you again, darling. She's a good follow on Twitter. Check her out. She's got some good insights. And what's she waiting for her next online game? Now I want to know what the game is. I don't know, Biscuit. You know games. What do you think she's playing?
I don't know Natalie though.
Right.
I would imagine maybe Call of Duty, something like that.
Yeah, she almost like had a heart attack when I told her I played most of my games on my phone. She was like, "You're such a loser."
Maybe she might be playing a bit of CS:GO. Oh, she's playing League of Legends. That's a phone game.
League of Legends. So that is a phone game. Aha.
Yeah.
The tables have turned.
I thought she was elite PC only.
Right, PC, not even laptop, not even a really good laptop. Hello.
Oh man, I just figured out my audio wasn't automatic. I'm surprised you guys didn't tell me that my shit wasn't like hell loud.
No, your voice was fine on our end.
Oh,
Sound-
okay. Fuck.
Sounded good to me.
Fuck,
Yep.
cool. So I was
Totally.
messing with the settings earlier and I forgot I took it off automatic.
I don't know what that does, but Biscuit said for him, are you on a PC, BC?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might make a difference for you, but you sound quieter now with it on, I gotta say.
Oh shit. Is it better? I think it's as long as I'm not louder than everyone else, because that's what I thought happened.
No.
No,
Right.
you're to me, you're about average with everyone else.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, Biscuit is definitely loud. But that's because
I have a volume slider. Do you need me
No.
to turn it down?
I like it because I can hear you. It's fine. It's not obnoxious by any means.
Maybe he's just a loud talker, even in real life.
Okay, so Bucks Corp says BG is low on his end. Okay, so maybe if you're not wearing headphones,
I got headphones.
Yeah.
He's,
I
I'd
got
say
my
if
headphones on.
you were being picky, he's a little bit low, but I hear him okay.
That's so good.
right?
As long as I'm not the loudest person, I don't mind being.
That's reserved for a biscuit.
That's Biscuit.
So I'm thinking this is sarcasm, right? She's saying enjoy the view count because we have 30, 31, or is it not sarcasm? I don't know. I think it's pretty good, 31 people watching, but I know it's lame. I mean,
It's a
people
world record. What are you talking about? It's not lame.
got tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people watching them. So, but this is what we get, you know. So,
Yeah, I
Ah,
just
but-
followed your channel, man. I just found you. I just typed in StreamYards on
Cool.
the live section on YouTube and you popped up.
cool.
I've just turned my volume down 20%. Is that better, guys?
That's
Huh?
perfect.
What'd you say?
No, that sounds pretty
I've
good.
turned it down 20%.
Can
Still,
barely hear you.
still loud and clear, man.
JK, lol.
So BC, just for your information, this channel is owned by some guys in the UK, and I just happen to do the Saturday show, and they do a big show on Thursday, which would be 5 o'clock Eastern, whatever that is in Cali. I'm sure you can figure it out. Check it out on Thursdays. It's good. It's a little more topical. We just kind of bullshit here on Saturday night for a few hours and get kind of buzzed and hang
Yeah,
out.
I'm down with that.
Whoever stops in, stops in.
I normally come in. I normally come in and then stir the bowl a little bit, mind you.
That's fine. So, what do you have for flavor over there, based Welshman in the UK? Anything tasty?
Well, as you know, with me, no comments in the UK.
Right. Now, what do you hear is around, like from what you've heard in the neighborhood, like just from the
There's a lot of these gelato sort of types.
gelato? Yep, that's popular.
Yeah. But I'm an old school boy anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, of course, the skunks and the old haze, the sativa haze, all that old stuff. The earthy, skunky stuff is good, man. And the gelato, the wedding cake, that all came from that line that started with the famous Girl Scout cookies, which is a great strain. But, those baked goods do, I think it gets old. I like a little bit of variety myself. But I'm sure at your dispensaries, BC, you guys must have like 50 different types to choose from. It's like everything, right? I think I lost him.
Oh, he lagged out?
Did I lag out?
Yeah. Are you frozen?
What happened?
No,
What?
I can see everything. It's all
Looks
working fine.
fine.
All right.
Looks enough.
Yeah, hey, if you want to participate yourself, feel free to jump on, Georgie.
Yeah, Happy Dog, you saying some weirdo shit, man. He said, I don't even
That's-
understand what the
that's
fuck.
just that-
I read
you'll-
it
you'll-
3 times.
If you come here often, you'll find Happy Dog to be extremely what's the word?
Yeah,
No,
Harshly hilarious.
talk your shit,
Yeah.
but he's saying some weird shit. Like, what?
right.
That's just Happy Dog.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a
Last
troll.
dance. you went on vacation, did you? And where did you also stayed? You stayed in America.
I did. California.
Okay. Oh, right. So, do you have any issues with the vaccine passports, or are they doing anything like that in California yet?
Nope.
I know they're kind of far.
Nothing anywhere. There's
So,
a lot of talk about it, but I haven't seen any
Well,
restrictions
it's
in anything.
starting in LA with in indoor dining in LA. You have to show proof of vaccine or a test within 72 hours previous.
Huh.
Negative
Oh.
test.
So papers, please, in California.
Just in LA County, that's what it's starting with. But I could see it fucking.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
In the
that's how it
UK, they're
starts.
in the UK they're just doing mandatory for healthcare workers. Just them. You know, it's not
Shit.
spread out. No.
So what I don't get, if you can clarify for me, if vaccinated people can spread the disease very easily,
Correct.
then why would it matter if an unvaccinated person got a negative test within 72 hours to go and eat in a restaurant that could seemingly be full of asymptomatic people who are all vaccinated but are spreading the disease everywhere? It doesn't make any sense. The fucking test is useless.
This is what I've been saying for a while now. Now NHS.gov has just released last week, the 6th of August, that 808 people were in hospital in the UK at the time, and out of the 808 people in hospital, 34.9% were double jib jabs, 55 were unvaccinated, and the rest was the single. So
Interesting.
And in Israel, with I think it is 90% of the population now vaccinated. They've decided to put a lockdown in because there's a big surge, and they're supplying boosters in Israel now for anyone over the age of 50, I believe it is. Iceland, another country with a huge vaccinated population, and I believe they're doing boosters as well. So
I'm feeling rather smug right now because the Pfizer vaccine is only 43% effective against the Delta variant.
Well, didn't they tell us it was
Not even
95?
50?
Didn't they say it was 95% effective?
It was, but then the Delta variant came along, and now it's only 43% effective.
Wake up! Wake up!
Last Dance, did they tell you there's
Nice dog, BG.
Yeah, it's a cute one. There's no quarantining for you after you got back. You don't have to even think about anything like that.
No.
Yeah, that's good.
The same in the UK. They're saying vax people don't have to quarantine, even though 34.9% of the people in hospital at the moment are double jib jab. It just doesn't make no sense.
Doesn't. Is that what is your dog called, Biscuit?
You mean what type of dog or its name?
Yeah, type.
It's a Staffy.
Is that a Staffy you have, BC?
Oh, I don't know. I got him from the gas station. I'm not gonna lie.
Gas station.
He was a puppy. He was 3 months old. He was this big when I got him.
Wow, wicked.
It looks like your dog, Biscuit, but tougher.
I have yet to get a DNA test on him, but I would love to.
Oh yeah, there's his.
That's my dog, BG.
Wow, yeah, a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dog's sick. It's got black ears. That's badass.
I'll get my band.
Yeah, he does look good. It's pretty mellow.
It's like a horn. It looks like his ear looks like a horn.
Yeah, it does.
That's sick.
It's cool. Yeah. What's his name there, Biscuit?
Diesel.
Diesel, right?
Diesel. My dog's Rocco.
Rocco. There's the Frenchie, right? Or is that a Boston Terrier?
That's a Boston Terrier.
Boston Terrier.
Sick too.
Hey, Chase, I just woke him up. He's like, "What are you doing?"
I saw you. I saw you got him swimming on Twitter a month ago, right?
Yeah, first time.
That was hilarious.
Bro, your dog has the same markings as mine. The same exact markings.
Yeah.
That's
cute.
I just looked at my face. He's like, "I'm not in place."
How old is he?
He's 5.
Okay. Sam, he's grown. All right.
He's only small. He's like 15 tall.
Oh, we lost him.
I
His
keep
vi-
No,
saying
sorry,
my dog's like 6,
All right,
but
cool.
that was like 4 years ago.
Base Welchman had his dog in like a shallow pond, and the thing was just walking along, and then the ground dropped out from him, and all of a sudden he was swimming. It was cute,
It was
man.
a setup. It was a setup. It was. I mean, go on. And he sort of he was sort of walking towards me, and I knew where the cliff was. And I just
Yeah.
like pushed him. I
Yeah.
pushed him into him. You know, he
It
swam.
was cool. He didn't break a stride. He just kept going. It was cool,
Yeah.
man. Very cool. Yeah, I've always liked dogs. Never really, in my adult life, haven't really had a dog since college. It's a lot of commitment. Like, what if you want to travel? You know, you always have to make arrangements, or I don't know. You
I
know,
bet Happy Dog doesn't have a dog. He can't even afford a dog. He's over there daydreaming.
Because of the bad press that the type of dog mine is, the caravan sites don't even allow him on, which is ridiculous.
caravan sites.
Yeah, that's basically the bread and butter of English holidaying.
Nope, like a hotel or a motel.
No, a caravan, as in a static caravan.
I have no idea what that is.
Trailer park in a nice area.
Yeah, a trailer.
Trailer park, right? Okay, so that's what he means by "Do you like dags?" Okay, and it's dags, not dogs.
You have trailer parks in shithole areas. We have it's not a trailer park, but people rent them out for a week, or
We usually go to Skegness.
yeah, and they're just in a nice area. They just blight a really beautiful area of the coast a lot of the time. You look on land and it's just these white static things just parked up all over the place. You're like,
Right.
fucking hell.
Okay, so they're not nice, like quaint little cabins. They're little like modular trailers, but they're set. Yeah, I got you. Okay,
They're literally like I think they're like 12 or 14 foot long and about 6 foot wide.
They come in all different sizes, but they're very much similar. And on the inside, I've spent loads of times in them. But on the inside, I spent an Eclipse in one. They're they're great on the inside. They've got all the amenities. But as soon as you look on the outside, it looks like it's like a shit hole, isn't it? It just looks all the same, and it's
Basically corrugated tin skin on the outside.
12 by 6 is like 72 square feet or something ridiculous. I mean, dude, they got to be bigger than that. That's like a twin.
I might be a bit wrong. They might be 8 foot wide, but they are about 12 to 14 foot long.
They can be 40 foot long. It depends on what berth you're hiring or what berth you end up buying, because people buy them as well. And but yeah, I mean, they just look awful in the country.
Right. It's all about the location, right?
Yeah,
I got you.
So the campsite turns around, he just rents his field out, or rents them out with his field, or he sells them. It's just good money for a farmer.
That's not what you call camping in the UK, right? Camping, you guys actually use a tent, or would that be considered? That's not camping.
That is the mainstay of camping in this country.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't consider that camping.
I mean, I've owned. At last count, I think it was 9 VW camper vans in my life.
Are there a lot of homeless in the UK?
Yeah.
So you see a lot of tents, right? Like in the inner cities and shit.
Yep.
Here's Happy Dog.
You mean like in LA? It can't be that bad like Skid Row, right? That is just ridiculous.
No.
Well, in comparison, right?
Nothing compares to that, is it? I mean, they got a shit map, and they in San Francisco,
Right.
where you report shits on the street. And I believe any one time there was 60,000 or 70,000.
Oh my god, that's crazy, dude.
I don't get it. Yeah, Skid Row's just. I've seen it now over the years, and it's just getting worse and worse. The Democrats are turning California into, I don't know what. It's fucking a mess.
No, it's worse in Portland. In Portland, they just passed a law where the cops cannot fuck with homeless. the cops can't fucking search the homeless and like harass them and shit. There's some weird law that they
Portland,
just
like,
passed.
it is the communist capital of the US, isn't it, Portland?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Seems like it.
Homeless people have more rights than the people that pay taxes over there. Is how I see it.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
So
I mean, Antifa can firebomb the police station and attack it over 200 days, and that's not a fucking problem. That's just like free speech or something, is it?
Man.
So, like, BG, so if I was in Portland, would they be like, you own a home, we're going to fuck with you, but that ugly fucking dirty guy over there, he doesn't own the home. Like, how do they tell who's homeless? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe the law they can't fuck with tents if you're in a tent.
It's the tent.
There's some type of special. Don't take my word for it, but there's some like small print where
They have a.
I swear they have this law they just passed.
I know in
Just look it up.
Portland, they have a big like tent area. It's like open area. There's like the development just around the corner, so it's really amusing that Antifa, when it was all kicking off, not 6 months ago, and then last year, then or whatever, they were literally like quarter mile on the road. The police knew where they were. They'd come out every evening. It's like and the police weren't doing anything because they'd been told by Ted Wheeler, your fucking crazy mayor in Portland, to not arrest them and not charge them and basically let them go. It's crazy. It's fucking.
I love
Ted
it.
Wheeler had Antifa's back until Antifa showed up at fucking
Turned up at his house.
Yeah.
Turned up at his house.
And then it was a problem. Before it wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's where he drew the line. Oh, if it happened, that's crazy.
Yeah. You can turn up at any resident's house in Portland as long as they're not part of the Democrat Party or part of the council, and you're fair game and fuck you. But they turn up at my place. No, I don't like them. It's fucking, and he backed them through thick and thin all the way through.
Yeah, we have our buddy here, Antifa Lip, in the chat, just saying hi. Just kidding, Aphid Lip. He's not Antifa.
Oh shit! Should I turn off my camera? Or no?
No, I'm kidding. He's cool. He's our boy, Aphid Lip. He's gonna call in.
Coming in.
Cool. He's the man. Yeah, we've been pretty mellow here. We haven't gotten any of that action there, BG. So
No.
Yeah, no, I'm not about that action.
cool, good, very good,
I was just making sure.
good. Hey, Last Dance. Did you see any of that famous California homeless population down in Southern Cali?
Yeah, a few people, here and there along the beach.
Just
There's
average,
Just average, right?
right? Couple here and there.
Couple
Yep.
here and there. As far as places to be homeless go, it's probably one of the better ones because
I would think.
the weather is, as good as it gets, pretty much.
I've seen some strips of homeless people on I don't know what you call them, but they look like concrete, like canals, but without water in them. They're like got sides, concrete slopes, like a flat bank in the middle, and then
like
they
the
got like
LA
a
River,
path
for
on the side.
example.
Yeah.
Say again? This is in LA. The ones that I've seen.
That's the LA River.
Is it what the one without any water in?
Yeah, that's it. It's called the LA River because that's what's
Right,
left.
Well,
of
down
the
there, they've got a long bank on the side of the walk path. They've got a massive row
It's full
of
of
homeless
rubbers,
people in
needles, and
tents.
bags. You
Ugh.
don't
Yeah.
that river, dude.
It's nasty.
I remember seeing thing where a lot of cities around the US would send like vagabonds, tramps, people that were just and they would give them a one-way ticket to Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah.
It's generous.
I would think the Hawaiians would not appreciate that.
Right. Why?
Because apart from obviously California, Hawaii definitely good to sleep rough if you're going to sleep rough anywhere in the US.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, it's just you're so isolated out there. Not a lot of places to go.
It was from Dog the Bounty Hunter. It was Dog the Bounty fucking Hunter I was watching. and he said it. They give him one-way tickets to Hawaii to get him out the fucking place because they're just a pain in the ass.
Right.
And
Interesting.
they say, yeah.
Now we all remember one of the best action movie scenes in the last 50 years was in the LA River in Terminator 2 when Schwarzenegger gets the kid on the back of the Harley and then T2's chasing them in the big rig. That shit was awesome, dude. Great scene.
That where the big rig comes off at bridge and then into the thing.
Yeah. The best they could do was it lands and breaks all the axles and it's all smashed up. But then 1 second later, he's doing 60 right down the middle of it. You know, it's like there's no way that would survive a drop of like 18 feet onto flat. I mean, God, no. But
So it's always been a staple of LA cop shows. Is a chase scene in the LA River.
It's cool.
Well, it's such a good location. It's got like perfect ramps.
There's a lot of fucking
Yep.
branches out that are fucking gutters that head to the LA Ranch. Not even gutters, but like straight up tunnels.
Yeah.
And I've seen someone get away by hitting this little tunnel in the cut that heads to the LA River.
Okay.
They got away, at least for the night.
Interesting.
They
That's
dipped
cool.
out, hopped the fence, and they went in there. But off the freeway, they like crashed their whip or something, or pulled over.
Sure.
That shit, man.
Give up the car, just run for it.
Yeah, and they took a run. They dipped out in one of those tunnels that heads to the LA River. There's
Like
no way
how,
you can cover all bases to that.
how often does it come on TV randomly in like the middle of the day? All of a sudden, they'll be showing like a car running down the Hollywood freeway with the copter above. Does that happen every week out there, or what?
It could happen 2 times a day.
Damn,
A couple of times a week. It's just
it's random.
but every week there's one for sure.
That's such a California thing. We never get that here. It's like,
And that's just what we catch on camera. Like, there's a lot of shit that they don't even air.
right.
So
It's almost like they're breeding that into the criminals, that thirst to run and get on, to be seen on camera, and to like, I've seen the guys get out of the car and like wave and do like little G dances and then jump back in and like boom, fucking down the highway. Like,
Part of the criminal culture.
I've been there, seen it all. I've even seen someone almost pass. I swear, it looked like he passed something off into like a crowd of people. Like, he drove into his hood and there was like 20 people surrounding his car. They were just standing there, and he passed something off to one of the people in the crowd, and they just kept driving. I swear I saw something. Yeah, like how are they?
it was
gonna
probably
catch
like
it?
50 dime bags, 50 dimes of crack or something, dude. Fucking right into the crowd.
And then that
I
dude passed it to someone else, and then you can't.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I mean, I
Everyone
remember
disperses.
seeing one in the UK where the car was driving and it was a pretty big chase going on, and there was a helicopter above, and he bolted down the dual carriageway at one point, and he just literally just put his anchors on the car, and as the car's basically still moving, everyone bails,
Wow.
and they jump off the dual carriageway, so the police can't chase them, right? And they go into a block of flats, and the block of flats had about 20 floors to it.
Damn.
And they never found him.
That's classic, man.
There was about 10 police cars behind him, helicopter, and they just literally, they had time to wave and everything. They were fucking gone.
That's awesome. Sometimes you just root for the criminal, but for the most part, I do back the blue.
Yeah.
You know, but
It was just, I didn't even know what was happening until it happened. And he went, oh my God, they've gone into a multi-story flats, man. Oh, they're flats. That's it.
it's awesome. Love it. Let me see here what we got here. Storm the Pitbull. Heat was a great movie. Awesome movie. That was about the bank robbers, right? Although I did think it was a little bit long. Do anyone here remember Heat? Heat, anybody? It's a nice nug. Let's see if I can find something here. Sure, I have a nice bud around here, but don't have to show off. Heat, good movie. De Niro, Val Kilmer, a couple of other different people. Great flick.
Hey, no,
Yeah,
I'm in this garage. This is where I smoke. I don't smoke inside my house. I can go in my house right now and drink beers wherever I want in every fucking room in here. So don't get it twisted, you know. That's funny because that's the first thing everyone says. Like, oh, you live in that garage, huh? You sleep on that couch. Like, okay.
I'm in the garage too. Same thing, man.
Are you? Oh, for sure. Shout out to the garage gang out there.
Yeah, that's it. Garage, the pub. Yeah, De Niro, exactly. 95, John. Yep, good movie. Classic bank robbery scenes in that. And they rob an armored car in Heat, and they T-bone it with a like an 18-wheeler, and they smash it and throw a grenade inside. It's fucking awesome. Great movie. Good and violent. Hey, Martin, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Join us if you feel so motivated.
Pull up, Martin.
Hey, Martin.
Another good classic bank robber movie everyone's got to remember since I got nothing on Heat was Point Break. Anybody?
Yeah.
Classic, right?
Is that Patrick Swayze one?
Swayze.
Yeah.
And that guy from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. What's his name? Fucking Keanu Reeves.
My favorite
That's
was
it.
the town on the bank robbery.
Town was good. That's about Charlestown, Massachusetts. Charlestown is just outside of Boston. Good movie, man. Very good. Deep track on that one. I like it. Let me just grab a little ice. I'll be back in just about 15 seconds.
Oh, so Biscuit, you had the AZ one, haven't you? Biscuit,
Yeah.
you had the AZ, didn't you?
Yeah, the AstraZeneca, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Biscuit, what you sipping over there, man?
Guinness.
Okay, cool. What kind?
Guinness.
Just the original?
Yeah, just draft.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's too... I can't do Guinness. I like IPAs or, like, Pilsners. Yeah, Guinness is
It's
just like...
healthier and it's just tastes. I've just got a good taste for it these days.
Do you know what the calories? Do you know what the calories are on the Guinness?
134, I think, per can.
Is that what it is? I thought it'd be more than that.
No, it's almost as low as Bud Light.
340?
No, 134.
Oh, 134.
Oh. Well, like cider and stuff, and lager is pretty high, I believe.
Yeah, cider is.
Cider's pretty bad.
Antioxidants in it, Guinness as well. Like, do you know, like red wine?
Yeah.
It's got the same antioxidants as red wine.
That got Happy Dog going.
A little bit less. It's 125 calories.
Okay. So it's mostly like 160, 180 on the pint. Something like that.
These Millers are 95.
A 12-ounce serving is 125 calories.
Oh, that's a 12-ounce serving. No, you want it on the can, mate. The 12-ounce serving is like fucking quarter of a can or something. What is a can?
Hey, you should switch to Miller Lite, man. They're less calories.
I used to be a Carlsberg export drinker and Heineken drinker.
Okay, yeah, Heineken's good.
Sorry about that. And I'm back. Make a little rum and seltzer. Really nice rum here.
Happy Dog's making me laugh.
Just gonna finish the bottle.
Yeah, there we go.
a little question out here for everyone.
Kraken. Hey, shout out to Kraken. Not
That's
sponsored, by the way.
that's good rum, dude. Very good. And
I resent the slander that Happy Dog is spouting. I have 2.5 meals a day.
little seltzer.
That's a good drink. 50-50 with it.
Damn good drink.
A question for you, lad. Would you be happy? Would you be happy taking a booster every 6 months?
Would what?
Would you be happy taking a booster every 6 months?
Not me.
Wouldn't bother me.
I would bother me. 6 months. Hell no.
I agree. 6 months, no deal.
The flu shot's once a year, and you're telling me you want to double that? What the fuck?
That's a very logical way to look at it. I mean,
But the flu changes every year. They don't know which one is going to come forward each year.
And I've never taken. I don't take flu shots though. I don't know about everyone else, but
Nor do
never
I.
have, right? So
I get
Well-
them every year.
DG, do you want to divulge your vaccination status? Otherwise, you don't have to.
sure, yeah. I'm not taking any vaccine that's not FDA approved. So
There you go. Okay, cool. Right on. That works,
And
man.
they're trying to coerce, bribe, force, mandate. They're all trying to make you take this. That hasn't been FDA approved.
that's my
And
thing, man.
won't
I
be-
can't do it.
And won't be, and
Some
it won't be
people-
approved.
Some people
for
are
2
being
years.
forced to take it for their jobs. And I feel so bad for that, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's the thing. Private, I don't know about it. What I say is take care of yourself, take care of your family, and let everyone make their own decisions. Simple as that.
Yep.
I don't like mandating anything, regardless of whether you have it or not. I think that people can decide for their own.
They'd have more of a case if its efficacy was good. But as I pointed out, and it's .gov, NHS, Public Health England Wales, of saying 35% a double jib jab. I mean, it's and Israel and the University of South Iceland. It's not actually stopping transmission. It's not stopping the transmission.
No,
Well, it is, but it's not stopping it to any great degree.
No, well, I feel like maybe the saving grace for people is it is making it have less impact on the people who are vaccinated. So you feel less sick, you have less lowered symptoms, that sort of thing. I mean,
I believe you're less likely to die.
right.
Okay,
That's true.
if you get reinfected, but it doesn't stop you from getting reinfected, and it doesn't stop you reinfecting anyone. So how can they mandate, coerce, drive, and all the other blackmail bullshit they do to try and force you to take something, right, that hasn't been approved, and clearly by government's own evidence, it's not actually doing the fucking job, and it's not just our government. Go to Iceland, go to Mauritius, go to Israel, go to these high populated areas that have been double jib jabbed, and they're talking about getting boosters. Well, they're getting boosters.
Right.
6 months. Lad,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It is. Hey, let's try to decipher this conversation by ciphering this.
Yeah, I had to beat Aphid Lip on. He said he was coming on. I had to get the upper hand. So
Hey, Cypher,
I'm
how
in.
you doing?
Hey, good last dance. I figured you had that workout with the seals, and I knew you'd be up for a good talk.
I need to talk to you about my neck pain. 'Cause you had a whole life of that, so
Yeah, you sub back to me on Twitter. I couldn't talk. I would have talked to Aphid Lip on Twitter about that stuff that I was yammering at him about on the big show, but Yeah, you and I can have a private chat. We can, we've actually got email too, so we can either email, or we can talk about it now, or we can do PMs on Twitter. Your choice. So I'm sorry your neck's bugging you. I know how it's no fun.
Yeah, talk about it now. What are you going to tell them?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Better than
commit
talking about
suicide
jabs.
now while this season.
Yeah. Enough of the jab talk. What's wrong with your neck, young man?
Exactly. I'm going to send Aphid Lip a private message of this song.
That's right. Good song, man.
Nice.
Pink Floyd.
It's a great
Yes,
team.
sir. Yes, sir.
Let's get his ass on here. I think that's going to be blank. Yeah, cool. Cool. How's it been going there, George? Good?
Good. Yeah, we're gonna get the miss on. Is it Fred? Yeah, I think it's Fred. Right now it's just a mild disturbance. The steering patterns are going to take it way to the west of us. It may catch Pensacola, but once it hits the Gulf waters, which are up around, we were talking about the temperature of the water in the Gulf a couple of weeks ago or last week, and shit, 85 degrees, it's going to re-strengthen. But and we've had a gray day all day today. Private side, everything's good. The girlfriend, brings me food. And then she claims she's too busy, to come visit much, but I can live with that.
Good. Now, do you, George Cypher, do you put a lot into this climate report from the UN and all of that shit that's coming out lately about global warming?
Well, I saw something in Twitter about the cooling again. Now they're back to some cooling because of the gases, the greenhouse gases. So I didn't even see the warming report, and I've reserved judgment in general. I don't. At some levels, what the pro green people say is that the science is settled, and then you have the opposite camp saying no, the science isn't settled, and I'm somewhere in between the two.
Damn. So Cypher, your girl doesn't even come to see you? Is that what you said?
Sometimes, but she has. She's actually both my ex-wife and my girlfriend, so it's complicated. And she
I'm
lives
sure you
with.
have a secondary girlfriend too.
No.
She has another boyfriend, and you have.
No, I don't think. I know I don't, and he does. She's not quite a senior citizen, and I'm literally a senior citizen. I don't know if you caught my sidebar comment about geezers, but I was referring to myself.
You're official? It's your geezer level?
Well, you guys say I'm not, but I
don't think so.
At 67, soon to be 68,
if you grow some gray stubble in and get that little bit of a crazy look, lose a lens in your glasses, then you could be like a total geezer, just hey, you whippersnappers.
Seriously talk about whippersnappers, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, BG, I'm about to get my college degree and 6 more college hours at the end of fall A. Yeah, that's happening. So
is that going to make you more money or what?
Well,
I could.
He's been in college for 47 years now. I don't think it's going to make up for all the tuition he's paid.
I'm retired, and I still have active insurance licenses. That was my last business that I worked in, and I could make more money. And it's a good question, BG. And
if you're retired, man, I don't think you. Well, you can work part time, right?
It's in supervision and management. It's a bachelor's of applied science in business for. And my joke is that I'm getting supervision and management degree in order to supervise and manage myself. Is a good question, though. That's all you need to know to get up to speed on me. Along with I've got the Cypher this moniker and Gorgeous George on the sidebar, and then you can keep track of the two.
All right,
whatever.
real quick here, because the Pink Floyd song really did actually work. It was like, boom. Here we go.
Oh my God, there he is.
What's up, dudes?
What's up,
That's
Dr.
right,
Lip.
sir.
How's it
How you
going?
doing, man?
It's going great, man. How you guys doing?
Good, good.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Very good. Been a fabulous weather spell we've had here. I think you're close enough to me that you've had it pretty good, right, Aphid?
Man, it's like 80 degrees out here right now. I mean, that's not
Yeah.
bad for the middle of summer.
That's good.
Low humidity. Low humidity.
That's different, man. We're like a swamp out here in Florida.
I don't know what it might even be cooler than 80 right now. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, you
well,
had
it's
big-
evening time.
Now, yesterday, wasn't it a lot hotter?
6:20.
Did that cold front come through in the last 24 hours or so?
Yeah, I think. Well, we got I don't know which day it was. It's 82 here. It rained, and then once that came, I think that was yesterday.
Yep.
I'm laughing at the sidebar as usual.
So I got some lovers in there.
Oh no, it's they're directing some
Love
love
for
at me.
Cypher.
Yeah.
How did you pick that name, Cypher this?
It was my life was a cipher to myself, and it actually wasn't a challenge to other people to cipher anything. It was this is the life that it's very difficult for me to cipher. So cipher this was a good one, and it's I found that it was funny. As I when you know about the Discuss platform, right? The that's used for different publications.
Yeah.
DISQU.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, QUS, I think, Discuss. And
Q? Q?
yeah, Q. They use a Q.
DISQUS. Right.
Oh, with the Q.
I think they use a Q, but it doesn't have anything to do with Q. It's been around for about I was on Discuss back in 2013, 2014, I think, and
I've been at it long enough for them to have had their database of usernames and passwords leaked.
At least once or twice, yeah. And apparently in the Catholic faith, the cipher, the name cipher has something to do with the bad demons, and I ran across and somebody said something stupid regarding, I was on the side of the people. It was the priest thing where they were doing the pedo thing, and the article was a good article, and somewhere in the discussion, I said something that provoked this one old lady, I guess, and she started in with the demon talk, and I'm going, what the hell are you talking about? But anyway. Yeah, that's how I came up with it. It's just me, deciphering myself.
Huh. I like it.
Yeah, it works. Works for me.
Anyways,
Look at that. Look at that great looking dog.
Yeah, Chip is in the chat.
What's his
as-
name?
Chip
Two great looking dogs. Chip, the Chipstein. Chipster?
Chippendale?
Chipston.
Chipstein. He's got a big underbite if you can see it.
He sure does.
Yeah.
That's
My
funny.
son calls him Underfang.
Underfang.
Oh, it should be Underdog. He's a peaceful dog, right?
Oh, he's good. He's a good boy.
Now, BG, how about your dog? He looks kind of wild. He's running around like a maniac over there.
He just goes around the property and
He's young, isn't he?
My
BG,
dog's a
you're-
security dog, man. Like, yeah, he's still a puppy, man. He's like 3 years old.
Yeah, they're great. Just like cats are great when they're kittens, Young
Yeah.
dogs are
But
wonderful.
he patrols the whole property, so he's always alert.
Do you have a
That's the
fence?
type of dog he is. Yeah. He's out. Yeah, I got it all fenced off.
That's
All
good.
If there wasn't a fence and somebody walked by with another dog, would he go ape shit and
Oh,
go?
he's always I always hear him. He can see through the fence that, like the gate. Oh, my bad. The gate that's a door that you can see to the street. The
Yeah,
dog's always clawing at it. You can see right through, and all the dogs that, people walking the dogs or whatever. I've taken my dog to the dog park a couple times. The last time I took him, he got in another fight.
Oh,
It wasn't on me because I was there first, right? And then someone else brought their dog. The dogs were cool at first, and then their dog snapped at my dog. He's a little taller than my dog too. And then My dog fucking snapped back and it bit him in his back leg. And
Oh no.
kind of fucked him up. Yeah, like it was instant like this, and as soon as it happened, we both pulled our dogs. We were both right there. Both pulled our dogs off each other. It was like 3 seconds, and their dog probably had to go to the vet because it was bleeding.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, dogs?
My Diesel had a fight a couple of months ago with a Jack Russell Terrier, and his entire front was covered in blood. And everyone screamed and shouted, saying that my dog had killed the other dog. And it turned out the other dog had bit my dog's face, and all the blood that was on him was his own.
Wow.
Yeah, band terriers are hardcore, dude.
Yeah, if you do decide to go ahead, Base Bushman. Go ahead.
Well, my dog got attacked by a collie, a sheepdog, and they didn't have to worry about my dog because I was attacking the fucking collie. I was chasing the fucking collie down the field.
A Sheltie? Little Sheltie collie?
Was it a bearded collie or a
Yeah, the long-haired. Collies are renowned for not liking dogs and being fine with humans.
Oh, yeah.
And I was not in fucking. Obviously, he went for my dog. He bit back end of my dog, and I just fucking punched the dog. And the owner was like, "What are you fucking doing?" I said, "Get that fucking dog under control. I'll fucking kill it." I was going nuts.
Yeah, BG, if you walk.
Go on. I was just going to say my favourite breed of dog is a border collie. You know, the black and white ones.
Yeah, border collie and one of those fluffy fucking weirdo collies are two different things, man. Border collies are awesome working dogs. Those fluffy collies, they suck balls. I don't like them. Fucking long nose. They look weird.
You're offending somebody somewhere now.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, BG, if you get a leash and collar and you work him with it, make sure you get a harness collar for him.
I got everything. I got.
Okay, cool. There's my attack dog. Yeah, see it up there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a beast.
I just don't take him to dog parks because as long as he's on a leash, I take him out, but I can't let him off a leash and
No. I mean, they're notorious, those kind of dogs, for that. I mean,
now, BG, if you see a cute girl down near the beach and she wants to pet your dog, is it totally cool, or are you freaked out like he's gonna bite her?
No, my dog loves people. In fact, more women than men.
Right. That's a good dog.
Unfortunately,
I'm that kind of dog myself.
My dog kind of doesn't like African Americans for some reason. Only men, and I think it's because that's who I got it from, and maybe I don't know. It's very weird.
Just like Rin Tin Tin.
Everyone else, especially women, he loves women. It's crazy.
My dog loves children and hates adults.
Smokesteve, give Chip Stein a close up. That's too great. He's just too good looking a dog not to give a close up.
All right.
Really waiting for it. There we go.
Wow.
He's got a ripper back.
Look at that fabulous dental work.
Oh yeah.
It looks like were dog.
Look, Chip.
We need a
The
time
star.
lapse photographer.
That was a Kodak moment right there.
Yes, it was. Weird.
Chippy's my shadow.
Cool.
I can't go nowhere without him.
And you have two others, right?
Yeah. The other one was poking in here trying to get some attention a minute ago. She's standing in the garden over here.
The other two are big, like full size. Like,
well, no, the one's big, 100 pounds, and then the other one is 6 pounds.
yeah, we never see the 6-pounder.
You need a microscope.
One time, I think, way back when it was a puppy.
That's by design.
Are you kidding me? Is this thing a fucking dog or a hamster? 6 pounds?
I'll go get her. Hold on. She's right here.
All right, here we go.
Put it in your hat. It's got to be tiny. This thing's
it's a teacup dog.
It's got to be. Dude's got wild America in his own yard. You look at him. There's like a tree on the side coming down.
He's got a good yard. Great yard.
Does. Hey, lucky bastard.
Oh, look at that guy.
Oh, it is a 6-pounder, huh?
Oh, wow. You got puppies for days. You got the puppy mill.
Yeah. See, she ain't very big.
Are they all full? They got papers?
Yeah.
Is that a
Yeah,
cockapoo?
We fight them.
The pedigree? What's it called?
No, this is
Pit dogs. Yeah, that's a pit dog for sure.
this
Dog's
is
a, dog's a legend on the,
Yeah,
search.
That's right.
don't ever bet against her. She's half poodle, half Chihuahua.
Oh,
A Chihuahua poo. Cool.
a
What-
chihuahua.
100% carpet
Chihuahua.
sister.
Yeah,
It's Chihuahua.
chihuahua.
I mean, she's sweet. She's sweet, but you take her outside and she'll be out there for 15 minutes, and you bring her in. The first thing she does is pisses and shits on the carpet.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, got it backwards. Shit.
Yep.
She has her
You
preferences.
have pads for her? You
We
have
raised her
pads?
from
Training pads or anything?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had her since she was.
You're really
Really
quiet,
young.
BG. We can't. We don't mean to talk over you, but we
Oh
can't.
no! It's all good. I'd rather you guys talk over me.
Okay.
They raised her from when she was the size of a rag, a small
Yeah,
rag.
she would fit. She fit in a coffee cup just about back then.
Jesus.
But it's like with my other dog. She was super little too. But you could see her growing. Plus, her paws were like this big. This one, I mean, she don't look much different than she did when she was a puppy. She's just a little bit bigger.
She's like a Japanese red maple, very slow grower, or
Yeah.
a bonsai tree. Just
Yeah, bonsai tree. So,
Yeah,
PG,
like-
what part of California are you in?
I can't be too specific. I'm on the Malibu coast, right?
Nobody
I got a
cares.
beach- I got a beachfront view
Yeah,
right on the
he-
coast, man, in Malibu.
Can't argue with that.
right.
No, I'm playing. I just I'm in Southern California currently, but I was raised in the Central Valley. I've been all over.
Right.
Okay, now we can argue. Okay. You fooled with us there.
Yeah, I'm always moving. Every couple years I'm moving, so I've been everywhere.
That's all right. You're
One
fine.
step ahead of the
LA
law.
to
Huh?
the Bay.
Not a problem.
You're always moving, or your parents are always moving?
Are you in the military?
Me.
I lived up in Northern California in Humboldt County for a long time when I was a lot younger. That's a really nice area, I gotta say. You ever been up there, BG?
What part? Like Humboldt? You said Humboldt?
Humboldt, Arcata specifically was where I lived.
Yep.
Great spot, great weed.
What they call it, the triangle?
The Emerald Triangle.
Emerald.
Yeah.
Yes.
Humboldts.
Yeah.
There's a
Humboldt.
special on Humboldt County with I forget what the name of it was, but it was pretty. I think it was a few episodes long.
I think that was called Murder something.
Yeah, a lot of disappearances up there.
Murder County or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. something like that.
Where's that at in regards to like the major cities?
It's like
Way north.
by car ride, it's 3 to 4 hours north of San
Right-
Francisco.
right at the-
Frisco.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Isn't
Yeah,
one of the
way
main
north.
wood forest in Humboldt?
Yeah,
Up
there's
in
the redwoods and all of that is way up there. It's
Yeah,
beautiful,
yeah.
really nice. A lot of rain though. The forests are all are actually rainforests up there. They get so much rain. They're so moist. A lot of the movie Jurassic Park was filmed in Humboldt County because they have these massive ferns that grow in the forests and these massive trees. Really has an ancient look, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when
Yeah,
you smoke
yeah.
some of that Humboldt weed amongst those giant trees,
Humboldt
dude,
weed. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
you will you have seen nature in its finest
Oh, that's
moment.
right. You actually did some of that, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. I thought a lot of Jurassic Park was filmed in Hawaii. Some parts
I
of
don't know.
Hawaii.
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
the waterfall scene at least is.
There's definitely a few scenes that are filmed in a place up in Humboldt, northern Cali that were filmed in there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a really great place. Just have you been up there, BG?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been to drift through weed.
Yeah.
I don't have many. I don't know anyone up there, but I've definitely drove through it.
Yeah. Now we came into a place inland that was like the Bigfoot capital of the world. It was like 100 miles in from like Humboldt is where I started my California experience, and there was just this huge Bigfoot community out in the northern California mountains. Just really crazy, man. These people were way into it.
Bigfoot.
How come they haven't found Bigfoot now? Because they've got these motion detector cameras they use now, and they can find like snow leopards in the middle of nowhere.
Why might they not have found Bigfoot? Why,
Right, because there is no Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But like you said, you would have thought by now you could have trapped it with those cameras.
They turned Bigfoot into a shield asset, is what they did. You see.
Yeah. They don't want to find it.
Bigfoot knows where the cameras are.
That's right.
He's very shy.
Yeah, the only place they're finding species like that, or not like that, but anything new, is in remote places, not the United States of America. Even
under the ocean.
That's exactly under the ocean.
That film Jurassic Park in Red Rock Canyon and also Hawaii.
Red Rock Canyon.
There's dog number 3.
Yep.
The big one.
Yeah, the liquor.
Yeah, she is a liquor.
I know. She really tries to get your face every time she gets all that lovely breath, I'll bet.
She's just up here because she knows Chip wants to be up here, and she's like, oh, look who's up here now, bitch.
Is there any Rhodesian Ridgeback in that color and that line across her forehead?
We actually we got our DNA test. Like Chip's over here now. Chip's like, there's enough room for me.
Yes.
We got her tested because we were curious on what she had. Because when she was younger, she even had more like, what do they call that? Where it's Brendel? Is that it? Where
Brendel,
yeah. And her eyes were like a real green, emerald green. But anyway, she's got boxer in her. She's got lab in her. She's got the one of the biggest part, 25% beagle, which is like totally shocking because she's huge, and Staffordshire Terrier.
Jesus, without the beagle, she'd be like 900 pounds. Christ, the thing is massive.
Yeah, she's every bit of 90 pounds right now. She's been up to 100.
Yeah, and in that view right there with her sitting forward, she looks like an elephant. It's fucking giant.
Genetics a wonderful thing. You don't know what you're gonna get when you breed two different things.
I know.
Well, I'm afraid of suffocating my dog, or I was when he was super small. I'd be afraid of it. I'd be afraid of him suffocating me. You know what I mean? When you were asleep in bed.
There could be just some recessive genes that two dogs put together mate.
Well, that because we know that Chip's mom was a Dachshund, which he doesn't look anything like, and he's like 3 times the size of what she was. And the vet told us that a lot of times when different breeds get in there, they're way bigger than that breed is for some reason. So like if I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest with you.
It's good to mix the breeds. It's healthy to mix the breeds.
It is definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get 2 pedigrees and breed them together,
Well,
you've
it's
just
not healthy. Yeah.
you've cleaned the slate of the old inbred genes, haven't you?
I always say that when I'm out shopping for whores.
Yep.
I'm on about certain ideologies.
Right. That's funny, dude. So everything turned out okay for you on your end, David? Everything good?
What do you mean?
Just from what we talked about last week, I don't.
Oh yeah. He's my son had eye surgery, and he's doing much better. We actually went out for the first time today, so we
Good.
and his eyes are pretty much looked back to normal, and his far away vision, which is what he had double vision of, which I mean that would suck so bad. Like you're constantly trying to like correct the whole world, and that's what gave him migraine headaches all the time. But so far he hasn't had a migraine headache, and his outside view is back to being singular, which is I'm sure Nice
So
for
was
him.
that LASIK?
Sorry to hear he is having this trouble.
No, it's a like some people have a lazy eye. Like you'll be talking to somebody, I'm sure you've come across somebody like this, and like
Yeah.
you're not sure if they're looking at you or if one eye's like way over here. Well, he had that, which wasn't really
Is it
noticeable. So,
stigmatism or what? There's a specific word.
No, it's
well, I mean, I think that's a different thing.
is it also called wandering eye by any chance?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think layman's term maybe,
My first wife, my first ex-wife, had
or
wandering eye.
my
That should have been a clue not to marry her, but I
yeah,
was
that's what I was gonna say. Like,
That's messed up. Don't judge someone.
No,
But you learned your lesson. She was the last one with that problem.
Yes, that's right. That was the one and only.
That was
I
the
feel
one with the scarlet begonias that you should have let her pass by from the song that they sang earlier.
Oh, it was, I
I
could tell you something about her, but I won't.
Save that for the book, my man.
That's right. Yeah, and then make sure the attorney gives it a pass.
Right, yeah.
Give
Change names
it
and
a check mark.
locations and Dodgers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He-
Relay the stories.
Oh.
last dance. I know you weren't here last week either. He also had a concussion 2 days before he had this eye surgery,
Yeah.
and Cypher was pushing me into possibly looking at legal matters, and
Yeah.
and
legal
I so
matters.
since then I've asked so many different people, like almost everybody I know that I've had a conversation with. I'll be like, by the way, I got something to run by you. What would you do? And I would say it's almost 50-50 of the people that would say that they would would look into.
Was he assaulted?
Yeah.
No, it was.
Yeah, but the back of my hand is pretty much healed up by now.
Yeah, you backhanded him.
No, he's teasing. He went
Never
off a
close
public
your fist.
slide.
No, I'm gonna sue myself. No, he went down a water slide because he was getting this eye surgery and he can't swim for 2 weeks after the eye surgery.
So you get out of the way.
He really wanted to go down this one slide at this one water park that we
It had
went to.
one of those tube ejection things that like shoots you out into the pool.
Right.
So it's
And
not one of the smooth ones that like goes boom, right into the water.
On Thursday's big show last dance, when we were talking about the MRI not having radiation, that was why we were talking about it.
And I didn't know. I was confused, I guess. I don't know. They said they were going to give him tests, but the ER doctor was like, we try not to give the CAT scan, maybe? I don't know.
CAT scan, yeah.
So he wasn't supposed to be swimming, and he was swimming, right?
No, he was.
No. This was before
he was
he had
allowed.
This was going to be his last chance to go swimming for a while, so he wanted to get it out of the way.
I'll be brief with it because I know we talked about this last week. But he had this eye surgery to correct his eyes, and he can't swim for 2 weeks after that because he could risk getting infection. And so because last year during COVID, this water park that he wanted to go to was closed. So we went to it because he really wanted to ride this one slide.
Which was like 2 days or 3 days or so.
2 days. It was 2 days.
Before the surgery.
Before the surgery.
Right.
And he really wanted to go down the slide, and he went, and he just dropped out of it like a sack of potatoes. And somehow when he hit the water, it's like a 4 to 5 foot drop. It shoots you out, and then you just fall into the water.
Straight.
Right.
But flat. It seems like he came out and he didn't like go in a feet or even head first. He went
having
it's always feet. They won't let you go head first. But
having thought about it for a week, I'm concerned about whiplash, which is totally different than a concussion.
Well, they didn't. I don't know if that causes you to projectile vomit like he did, but
you've got the cranial nerves, you got the spinal nerves coming out of
there.
Because
I thought it could possibly be something like that too.
Yeah, well, if you said that you had met the deductible for the year, and if the imaging doesn't cost anything, I would, I'll say it again without being a dick about it. I would highly recommend getting it scheduled and having him have an MRI of.
Well, he hasn't had any. I mean, I would say, you know, the definitely the day after he was, you know, a little bit messed up, and then the day of the surgery, it was hard to tell what he was having problems with after, because it was like a day or two, because he slept a lot. And he's not a sleeper. He gets up,
Right.
he's up. He
Right.
never naps.
Not a good
Right.
sign.
Sounds like a concussion.
Yeah, I mean,
dude.
kids will always they'll always say, just like you said, you had your bones sticking out of your forearm when you were skateboarding in an accident. And it's like, maybe I don't have to talk to my mom about it. You know, I mean, he's probably
Right.
cut out of the same cloth, you know, and, you know.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty good about, you know, I was the only son. So he's an only son. I wasn't. And I think that a lot of the way I was is different from him. And it's mostly because of the differences between me and my brother for the most part. But no, he's not. He's pretty upfront with us about what's going on with him and stuff. You know, we have a really good relationship with him.
I would say you could probably get about 50 to 80 grand. That's no joke, dude.
I know. I still don't morally know what I feel about it, you know. But we did look at we did research lawyers. We haven't called any of them. But like I said, I have polled, you know, pretty much every single person I've talked to. And there was really only one person, and surprisingly enough, for his credit, he is Jewish, which I thought, you know, because I'm so shallow, I figured he would be totally the different direction. He was so strongly against not doing it. He said when he was young, he grew up in New York, and he used to. Well, he didn't used to. He went to that action park. You know, I'm sure you've heard of that place.
Oh yeah.
So he said that, you know, he's like, I'm sure he knew going into it, and you knew because you said you went down it, and you said, you know, it sucked, you know, because it did. Because I went down it before like 2 years ago, and it kind of rocked me, and I was like, I'm not going to do that again. And it's not very popular. Like you would think that more kids would go on, like at all the other water parks, the kids always gravitate towards the more extreme of the slides. At this park, it ain't like that. Most people ride the other two, one that kind of you skid across the water when you get out. This one, you know, is in a separate pool, so you shoot out, and it's like a, you know, at least a 12-foot deep probably pool because you go way down into the water.
It's like one of those that has a bowl at the bottom of the hole.
Hey, Steve, Based Welshman wants to come back in.
I'm going to feed the cats. I'll be right back.
What'd you say, Biscuit?
I said, is it one of those flume slides that when you get to near the bottom, it's like a bowl that you slide round in, and then it's got a hole in it?
No. It's like a tube, and it's got, I think it does have like a little bit of a turn, but most of the time you're just gaining speed until you shoot out the bottom, and then it shoots you out about 4 to 5 feet above the water, so you free fall and then slam into the separate pool that they have set up for this one slide, and it's about a 12-foot deep pool because you go underwater and shoot down underwater.
The one that I went on about 4 or 5 years ago, it was a really long flume ride, and then it comes out like a big massive bowl, and then you drop like about 10 feet out of the bottom of this big bowl because there's like a big hole at the bottom.
Right, yeah. They got one of those at another water park here in the area. We haven't rode that one. I doubt he's going to want to ride anything. He's a little bit, you know, like that already, where he's, you know, he's not like a take the chance kind of kid. You know what I'm saying?
I many moon ago, the lads I know used to like do LSD in the eyes and stuff. And I was like, no, under the tongue for me. None of that in the eye business. Leave my eyes alone. They're more precious than anything, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Sorry to throw that in. I don't blame you.
Aphid Lib, it's not just about whether, you know, your son took the risk. It's also about the safety factor. It's obviously harmful to some people.
Right. That's the one thing that is kind of slanted me towards possibly looking into doing something about it.
Right.
Because somebody else could do something.
Exactly.
Did he hit anything or anything like that?
No.
Or did he just come out weird?
Yeah, he just came out and he thought it was the water shooting up into his nose because he said it went straight to my brain. You know, he was all messed up. And he's got
An MRI will
that
let
ain't
you
what
also
happened.
know if you have a medical issue, a true
right.
medical issue.
Well,
All
we
right.
sat in the ER room for it was 5 hours. Well, because
Well, you know,
by the time because we rode an ambulance there last dance, and
No.
by the time he got there, he wasn't in the you couldn't even talk to him when it first happened. Like he just wanted to keep his eyes shut, and he just kept crying for my wife to make it go away, which I
So
felt
you're
horrible for
saying
him.
he went in an ambulance?
Yeah, because we were there 15 minutes, and I was against calling the ambulance because I figured, like he said, it just water shot up his nose, and I was like,
Fuck the ambulance.
hey man, you just need, I didn't tell him he needed to suck it up, but honestly,
you-
that is what I was thinking, But then I told him, I said, look, dude, I said, because well, not everybody, my wife wanted to call the ambulance, and she said that we would bypass the waiting room because we have a real bad COVID situation right now.
Yep.
And if not, we're going to be sitting in that waiting room for hours, which would have
true.
happened because
That's
when I
true.
got there, it was. And I was like, well, that's not, I'm like, that's not a good enough excuse to call an ambulance to
Yeah,
just
they-
bypass the. But
They
then,
do.
but
So let me
Go ahead.
ask you this, Aphid. So were you more were you that dad who was like, no, you're fine. We're on vacation. Suck it up. Or were you like, hold on?
I
dude,
didn't
are
say
you
that,
real-
but yeah,
were
I
you
was
really-
thinking that.
At
I was
first.
thinking that. Yeah,
At
yeah.
first.
I was thinking that.
But as it set in, you were like, this kid's really
It wasn't
fucked
until he threw up all over the place. Then I was like, oh wait a minute, that's not
Okay.
just.
Yeah,
It doesn't just happen
total
like
loss
that.
of body functions generally indicates a big issue.
Yeah.
I mean, they helped him into the room, but I know that, and I don't want him to hear
Okay.
this, but I know that like he's not, like I was the kid that would, fall out of a tree 20 feet and be like, no, I'm fine, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And he's not that kid. Now he's not a crier in public or anything like that, but he's not like he's gonna let you, even if he's a little bit sore, he's gonna let you know about it. Where I would be like, no, the bone sticking out of my arm's fine. Leave me alone.
Okay, good. It's settled in an MRI and then an attorney. Okay, we're all set.
Yeah, I'm not being funny. Your son Mochi feels like everything's like targeting his eye, and he keeps on injuring his eye, and it's Mochi like he's like quite like fucking anxious at the moment that everything he does, his eyes like direct contact. For some fucking bizarre reason.
I don't know, man. I don't know where you're going with that. I think you might be confused with he had this eye problem before this
Yeah.
concussion thing.
No, it's there's a repaired physical problem.
I was just trying to think maybe at the moment everything is sort of for some reason his eyes getting in the frame of everything at the moment, and it is super precious, your eyes. You know what I mean? It's not like maybe your arm,
Different
your
topic.
arm, or you hurt your arm again. Your eyes, man. It's super good,
We're sort of gravitating between topics, which is fine.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah. So the eye thing's fixed though. I think he's well. The concussion thing, it's gone too. He's in good shape. Like we went out today, like nothing had ever happened.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
I'm gonna order a drink from upstairs and see if I can.
Order me one too, Smokesteve. I wouldn't mind having a cocktail.
Yeah.
Can she reach that?
Does that
robotic
stick
arm through
all the way over across the country?
It's Sammy Cat's up there too, so I
Yeah.
got a good chance of getting this one. Vodka limeade spring water on the rocks. We'll see.
I thought about cracking open a bottle of wine tonight, but that usually spells trouble for me, so I probably shouldn't.
Is that the hardest you'll go with a little wine?
Well, no, I had my birthday was Thursday, so my buddy brought me a really nice bottle of wine, and
No wine,
thank you.
no booze, never any booze.
I mean, I will. I'm not shy.
All right.
But no, do I sit there and mix? We did have we got some margarita mix, and because usually we got I told you before that our house is kind of the community party spot, when people come from out of town and stuff.
Right.
Which I won't be here next weekend, by the way, for that very reason. My buddy from New York is going to be here. But so we got tons of bottles of alcohol. We don't buy them. We just raid what people have left over at our house, and we had some tequila, so we were making a margarita mix with it.
Oh man! So when you guys make margaritas, do you make them traditional, or do you make them with all?
If traditional means you buy like a bottle of Jose Cuervo or whatever it's called, it's green, pour it into a glass and pour some tequila on the other side.
Yeah, Smokesteve did a show where he
Dude,
opened it up with a traditional margarita. Or no, that was a pina colada.
If I can, I did a margarita episode.
Oh, you did do a margarita, okay.
If I could ever make you and your lady one,
oh, dude, I'm all for it.
You guys will be blown away.
Yeah, I got no problem with drink. I like drinking mixed drinks, but then like if I like to do a little show prep for this show, and when I mix that with something else,
Yeah, I know about the old show prep.
What happened to that BG guy? Where'd he go?
He was here for a good while. Good guy.
Where'd he come from?
California.
He just found it,
Yeah.
just
Romper
around. Yeah.
I like BG. I didn't even know he left. Maybe he was getting hammered. That's fine.
He looked preoccupied.
That's fine.
I think he was in his parents' garage, but that's just me.
See why I got gave his pit bulls.
I don't think so. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I thought he was in his own pad.
He looked like he was about 20. You don't have a garage door in California when you're 20, unless your parents are loaded.
Or it depends what your business is.
Depends if you're good at stocks.
What are you gonna? What's his business gonna be at 20? Smokesteve.
Stocks and shares.
I wouldn't want to bring it up here. Comprende?
I think
Yeah.
we should
Or
stop
maybe
making
that
assumptions.
snowboard gets some competition action.
We can assume
He
all
could
we
be a
want.
master coder for all you guys know.
That's what I was thinking.
That's right.
Master
That's-
coder, master
Code.
baker,
Or
could
possibly
be
in
anything.
California, maybe he sells like weed.
I mean, in fishing.
Master debater, yes. Master debater. I feel like making fun of myself. I better stop right now.
Are you getting a tweet message that the drink is on its way, Smokesteve?
Damn, they used like 7 pounds of ice up there. They need more ice. Fucking people are going through ice. It's hot.
That is a lot. Frozen daiquiris or something?
Jesus, Happy Dog's talking about the ice before I even said it. What is this guy in on the fucking conversation? Like, am I missing the whole
Right.
chat here? He's having the
That's
ice
right.
conversation.
There's a thread that they think BG is an illegal alien.
Oh,
So,
Jesus. That's
ICE in this context is immigration and customs enforcement.
Oh, God. Come on. Dude,
Thank you. I'll leave you
ice
to it
we
then, Happy
need is
Dog.
for our drinks,
You work it.
man.
You work that angle, man.
That's horrendous. Yeah,
He
ice.
was.
See, there she is, my wife.
My
Actual
wife.
ice.
My wife.
My wifey.
LeGrand, are you asking for the link? It's always below the.
It's
right
always
below the video in the YouTube page.
Give it advice.
Speaking or seeing double, it's McGrande.
It is.
yeah.
Grande 10.
He's went through. He's got banned on 9 other accounts.
All right, let's. Who do we got here? What is this? What is this?
Moment of silence.
You know that.
for
She
the
can get
departed.
the ice. Send her in. Come on in. Send her in. She's
Oh, I think
We're
Base Welshman's saying he's leaving.
Hey, Welshie, we'll see you in later, brother.
Take care, base.
Take it easy.
It was good. Sleep well, homeboy.
Are we going to see the robot wife an appearance?
No. When they come in, I'll just turn the computer a little. It's not a big deal, but
Oh, okay.
We want the robot arm.
We do want the robot arm. It's
I mean, the
the
robot.
highlight. It's the highlight of the show.
Send her- yeah, here we
Only
go.
for the most rare of occasions do we get the robot arm.
Yeah, I need to get on the drinks again.
Up there's the door.
Go ahead, you're clear.
Right here.
Oh, we heard her voice.
I know who that is. That's
In there.
Go ahead.
Oh,
That's Smokesteve wife.
I
It's
recognize
not.
that voice.
It's not. They can hear your voice.
It's the captive Sam.
They did.
Hi guys. Bye guys.
That Sammy.
Sammy
Sammy
Cat.
Cat.
Hi guys. Bye guys.
Thank you, Sammy. She gave
Oh,
me
that's
nice.
That's nice. That's nice.
Now, Smokesteve, I noticed because I always thought the BF whatever that follows me on Twitter was your brother, which it is. But
Boom!
oh, there he is.
It's
It is.
McGrand.
Your way, right away, McGrady.
Hello,
Good
Archangel.
evening, McGrand.
Guys, it's been a while.
Yes,
It has. How you doing, McGrand?
I'm good.
Good, good.
So
I'm a little,
very briefly, McGrand, before we get into your world, finish with my brother there, Aphid.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then I thought it wasn't your brother because you didn't follow him on Twitter. How come you don't follow your own brother on Twitter?
Wow, you're calling me out on Facebook Live. I kind of figured he probably didn't even know that I didn't follow him because he's not that aware of that. He's not a tech guy, but I'll be sure to click follow on
Good
him.
job,
Oh,
Aphid Lip.
sorry. Well, I mean,
Another-
yes.
Another
got-
family you've broken up, Aphid Lip.
I mean, seriously, what like you can only follow like you don't got enough room on your follow list. To follow.
Bebop and sketting all over the place there, Aphid Lip.
Well, I was like, well, it can't be him because, and then I was like, he had a picture of you on the boat, you know, when you guys went fishing,
Oh, that's me. That's him.
and I was like, well, wait a minute, because you know, either they have the same dad and he's not his brother somehow, or
No, we're all the same. We're all one.
Keep
we
going,
actually-
Aphid Lip. It's all good. You
well, like I wouldn't follow my brother, but it seems like Smokesteve's got a much better relationship with his brother than I do.
Oh yeah, man, we're fucking bros, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I've got two brothers, and I don't talk to either of them.
That is so lame, dude. You guys should
Not
be
my
out.
problem. One's a recluse that doesn't talk to nobody, and the other one's a sad sack that just wants to wallow in his own pit.
So who's the black sheep in the family? When you guys all get, I know you hang out with your dad, right? Biscuit.
I hang out with my dad,
Silence.
Yeah. So like when you get together with
we
the
have two
pop,
black sheeps.
when you get up together with the pops, does the other brothers come around?
One's disowned, and the
Ah.
other one never comes around.
Man,
McGrand, is that a contusion on your left jaw, or is that just beard color?
No contusions.
Well, I'm glad.
it's
Good.
his headphones.
Is it headphone?
I got earphones and the light's not good. I'm looking out to the ocean. I've been waiting for this hurricane that never happened.
Yeah. How's the weather holding up there, down there?
Hey, it was disappointing.
I've got
Nothing.
I've got a live cam on the big screen right now of Key West, and it's just basically drizzling and overcast.
That storm was one of the big miscalculations of NOAA.
Well,
for sure.
when it gets to the Gulf waters, if it has any, substance to it, it may form up. I still think it could whack Northwest Florida, or
Yeah, the
Alabama.
the Panhandle.
Alabama, Mississippi. It might take them.
Yeah, the
Give
big
'em a
thing
whack.
is did anybody realize that Haiti had a 7.2 earthquake today?
I did.
I heard about it.
Yeah, and they're about to get Grace, the next one.
Just what they need, huh?
Yeah,
God
it's
damn.
unbelievable what those people go through.
It's a hellhole. They got rid of Papa Doc decades ago, and Papa Doc
Yeah.
Jr.
Well,
and
then
then
but then they got Baby Doc.
yeah, I know they had Baby
His
Doc
son.
for a while. I said
Yeah.
Papa Doc Jr. I forgot he was Baby Doc.
Yeah,
That's some bad juju stuff,
yeah. That's now you know why voodoo is so big over there.
Yeah,
That's all they have.
Hoodoo to voodoo.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, they really know how to build some strong buildings down there.
Well, you know what? You can't really blame them. I mean, these storms are pretty nasty, especially down there, and they build with concrete, but it's probably watered down to begin with. So who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
McGrandy, I can't see your
Man.
Biden Harris stickers. Where are they? Are they in the background, or you have posters on the wall there?
Jeez.
No. I never advertise my political affinity.
I'm just busting chops, as
I know,
we do
I
in the
know.
pub. As we do.
That's fine. That's why I'm here.
So, what do you think about being that you're talking about this storm thing? Do you apply it to global warming or just the normal climate of the Earth? What do you think?
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Global
I'm a
warming.
big believer that man is responsible for this.
Let's just quickly go through the guys. Aphid Lip, you, man,
I
or
think
nature?
whether our temperatures are rising because of us or not, I don't really know. But we are destroying this planet in a rapid fashion. So most of the stuff that comes along with people trying to curtail global warming, I'm fine with.
Cypher, man, or nature?
Population issue. I mean, I think we were at 1 billion about 3 decades ago or 4 decades ago, and I mean, I'm not quite sure how the count goes, but it's a logarithmic curve practically at this point, and that's not good.
Right.
So you can't help but have
You're saying
problems.
population, so indirectly or directly, man is really the
Right.
problem.
Just, I mean,
Too many.
the curve is phenomenal. I was just seeing an article on it today. I don't know I mean, someone would have to look at the actual slope of the curve and where we hit 1 billion and now we're at basically right at 8 billion, and it happened very, very quickly. And that's, I mean, that regardless of how green and how well you try to live, if the procreation factors are outdoing the mortality factors by a factor of almost 2 to 1, I mean, it's gonna be
Well, that's only
math
if you're
problem.
white. If you're white, right? No, let's not kid.
No,
let's
not
kid
at
here.
all.
In some countries,
That's not accurate at all.
in some countries, if you're well, let's face
The
it, in
brown
United
people are
States-
dying at a higher rate than we are. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, but certain populations are expanding at much faster rates than
Right.
us,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what you're saying. Actually, I'm laughing because it's just anytime I hear you get the WHITE word.
I think he's
Well, no,
saying that the
but
birth
that's-
rate in third world countries is high.
That's all. It is.
That's where the
yeah.
7 billion people came from.
Yeah, I mean India and China, and I mean
India,
that's not
China.
China's not third world. I mean, but
Well, it was 1 minute ago.
What?
China was third world,
Yeah.
a few years ago.
It's amazing what China's done in the last 30 years, how they've
Right.
utilized the West to expand their military, and
That's right.
basically all our white T-shirts and underwear have
Probably
financed the Chinese buildup.
That's right. And
Restricting
the
their
We're
black.
actually responsible for that.
Blacks and grays over here. Hey, so let's go over the last dance. Man or nature causing global
Well,
warming?
I'll say that the planet is warming, and that's making these hurricanes worse.
And
they-
the cause?
They would still happen anyways, so that's not. They don't exist just because of warming. And I think warming, planetary warming. There's a lot of evidence that it's
No, that's
caused by
absolutely
man.
true.
It's contributing to it, is what you're saying. Last
Exactly,
dance.
it's contributing, making them worse.
And Biscuit, your opinion?
The words of Jack Black, all you people up there in City Hall, you're fucking it up for the people that's in the streets.
All right, so good Jack Black thing. So what is it? People or
Jack
the
Black
environment?
rocks.
People.
People. Okay.
just like Soylent Green. It's people.
Okay, over on Sidebar, I put up the link to the world, the world growth meter, population growth meter. That's very interesting to me. If anybody trusts the link, I know a lot of people never trust links that are put up like that. But if you trust the link, that's a very good link for looking at the population clock.
You think
It's
you
almost
put
like
it up?
yeah, I mean,
what's
I put it
interesting?
up on YouTube first, so it'll migrate over to the StreamYard.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't see it, buddy.
One thing that's interesting, Cypher, is we're talking
Yeah.
about, or you are talking about the population aspect about, the changing the environment or the planet. But, maybe that's what COVID is. It's a natural methodology for the planet to equalize or reduce human population.
I don't think Gaia's trying to kill us off.
Yeah,
just
that's
yet.
a Gaian theory.
Yeah.
Come on. I like it. It's interesting, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Sooner or later, Mother Nature is going to figure out how to wipe us off this planet.
Well, I don't know where it went. Maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't allow links, Happy Dog, because I put it up and I saw it go up. I still see it up
Put a light on, boys.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
weird. It's weird.
what
Might
we
be
all
strange.
have learned from this is that there's a biological connection between obviously human beings and the smallest thing that could be uncovered in the most remote place of the African jungle, who knows where, but clearly there's things in this planet that can kill us all, and we got to be careful. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can look at it like there's a sea snake that's fairly docile that has enough venom in one bite to kill tens of multiple men, and it doesn't even have big fangs. So there's a lot of shit in this world that we're not even conditioned at all to deal with.
The microbe and virus and bacterial, the stories out there, both science fiction and to a degree there are some natural science discoveries that are when they go down, boring down and permafrost, what thaws
It's
out
happening in
and
Russia.
things are
That's
being
happening
found.
in Russia.
Yeah.
Most
Siberia.
microbes
You got
and
permafrost melting,
viruses.
and you've got reindeer that are dying off from ancient bacterial infections that might be 500 years old.
7
Most
billion people would
bacteria and
still fit
viruses
within
on the planet are actually beneficial to humans.
well,
Biscuit, kick up that microphone another 25%, buddy.
I've only got 20% left. Hold on, I'll put it
Well,
on.
Go. Put it all in, baby.
Roll it.
Pour
Roll
it on.
Yeah.
And
How
last
about now, guys? How about now?
Oh, man.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
what I'm talking about.
Last dance, go ahead and have some more steroids, too. Let's just
I
light this
turned it
thing
down a
up.
little bit. That
That's
must have
good.
been really loud.
getting lively there, getting lively.
Exactly. Man, look at that.
McGrandy, is your mother-in-law still around? Does she still come over and
No,
bother
she's
you?
in Colombia. No, she's in
Oh.
Colombia. In fact, my wife's going to Colombia on Tuesday, which is a whole different nightmare as far as
Ooh.
what's going on with COVID down there and travel.
Oh,
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Colombia, huh?
Yeah, I actually, between us, allowed my passport to expire because I didn't want to go anywhere. But I may
We won't
I
tell.
may renew it. I may renew it because she has a sister in Ecuador, and it's like a 12-hour trip from her town in Colombia to Ecuador, but it'd be like a road trip. And I haven't been on vacation since 2004. I think that might be a really nice
Might
little
be,
adventure.
Might be a lot of fun.
It would be epic. And you do know this is
Yeah.
on the internet, right?
Yes.
All right. Dude, that
Yeah,
sounds
what-
like an epic road trip.
Yeah. And we're talking Andes, man, crossing the Andes, Nice.
What mountains and ocean, when they connect together, there's not a finer level of scenery.
Oh.
when you can just
Oh, yeah,
travel
I-
between the two.
Steve, I wanted to mention one thing from a couple of shows ago. You mentioned that the Mississippi actually flows north.
No, I think I was wrong.
You were wrong.
Yeah, and I got corrected. Like, what?
Yeah, it flows south. I thought we covered that.
Well, we covered that, but there.
I missed it, but
there are rivers that do flow north, and it's
yeah.
very
Do you know which one? Do you know which one?
And like
the Nile.
The Nile.
The Nile flows from. It's a massive lake. I think Livingston. You know those guys. They discovered the lake. It flows from that lake north.
Sure.
It's like the only one around.
I thought Top Gear found Jeremy Clarkson and co. They found the actual source of the Nile. It was a very small little pool at the top of a little hill in.
No, it's Lake Victoria. I was wrong. It's Lake Victoria in Africa. That's the source of the Nile.
That's a big one. Lake Victoria, in fact, has cichlids, those little fish. You can buy them in pet stores. There's like multiple different species that are exclusive to only Lake Victoria that are just only have developed and evolved in that lake. It's so cool. That,
Those fish are badass too. They'll kill anything that they get in the tank with.
Well, they build these weird little nests in the sand, and they like defend it like they're fucking Aragorn fighting against, fucking Saruman. If you know the Lord of the Rings.
So Steve, can we talk about what's happened in Afghanistan after 20 years of blood and treasure?
Sure. Let her rip.
How absolutely astonishing what's happening right now. And one of the most interesting things.
I would call it expected.
Well, no, it was expected. But here's the cool thing.
McG, what's the solution, dude?
There is no solution. It was a mistake from the beginning.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. So they brought back.
And you know what's really interesting is they brought back Dostrom. Do you guys know Dostrom? He was the top warlord with the Northern Alliance.
Yeah.
And Masood,
he's a tribal,
the guy they killed 2 days.
Guy.
Now he's a Uzbek, and they brought him back from Turkey. He was there for medical help, and he's the guy that when we first invaded Afghanistan, you remember the CIA agent was killed and everything else.
Yeah.
And
yes.
Mazar-e Sharif, that's the name of the city. Yeah, thank you. And he killed a bunch of Taliban prisoners in containers. He let them suffocate. But they brought him back, and it's like, you got to be kidding me, because the country's lost, by the way. You can tell what's going on as far as they sent in 3,000 additional troops to basically evacuate the
now
US embassy.
They updated it to like 5,000 or 6,000.
Oh yeah,
now.
Yeah, they're going to need more than that.
There's always the 1940s European philosophy as a solution.
Yes, I agree with you.
The final solution.
Oh.
Yep. No, we just don't understand that these people have been killing themselves. They've been killing themselves for thousands of years without us even being there.
Yeah.
And what we did is give them purpose. So
glass parking lots all around. Yay!
It's even worse than that.
Now it looks like they're going for a quote unquote battlefield victory by taking over all of the capitals. But I won't get into that in specifics. Last Dance, continue, please.
It's worse than that because we have built, but Afghanistan is the notion of a central government in Afghanistan or even Pakistan is it's almost abstract. But we have over 20 years we have built all this infrastructure, which now the Taliban will use to successfully oppress the entire country instead of just a few areas that they could get to by
horseback. By that, are they going to install Sharia law?
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
Their version of it.
Yeah.
It's happening as we speak.
Personally, that is the one thing that secular law on a religion, on a state level is absolutely the most horrific, horrendous thing. that I could imagine. That
All
they
we've
judge
done-
you
Yep.
on morals as a citizen.
What's even worse is
Well-
that they've had now 20 years. They've had the main people have had the taste of what the Western country have been able to offer, and are they not
Yes.
going to fight back over the Taliban and end up with more dead?
Apparently not.
No.
I mean, there's no signs that that's
No.
going to happen.
Yeah,
It's
but
funny because
if you give a population a taste of freedoms and political freedom, surely they're going to yearn
Ye-
for it even more than they ever did.
no,
No, they
see,
won't.
that's
That's a myth.
that's our perspective.
Exactly.
It is a myth
Got you.
because we're looking at it through our eyes. The top commander of the Afghan National Army just defected to the Taliban. And this is what they do. If they're beaten, they join the winning side. This is the way it works. So
What about the youth
our
that
problem is
have only known the good stuff?
no, well, they had it before. If you look at the videos from like the 1960s, they were a secular country. And so they know
No,
what
not
it's like.
really.
But
You're talking about
here's the cool
cities.
thing. No, I am talking about the cities. Thank you. But here's the interesting thing. The Taliban are a product of the Wahhabis from Saudi Arabia who paid for the Sharia schools in Pakistan. And that's where they were indoctrinated. If you remember when they first came in, oh, we have religious students invading from Pakistan. Okay. The whole thing is the Wahhabi sentiment and philosophy that comes directly from Saudi Arabia. So again, they are really the source of the problem. And we're going back 25, 30 years here, but it continues that way now. One man's opinion,
we're
anyway.
Going back, all right. Fucking regression city.
Yeah.
Devolving instead of evolving. It sucks.
I do agree that there is the tribalism of that area. And I've watched a bunch of videos, like that's my education, sadly, but about these tribal folks, and they seem based in more logic. They're not devout, hardcore Muslims. They're not like Islamists. They're fairly logical guys. They might have a prehistoric way of thinking with their wives or with their tens of wives, but they're not out there to kill everybody. And these are the guys who will basically fight against the Taliban, and that's all we have. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Looks like they took Nathan Lip hostage. They got him.
Yeah.
That's the Missouri Taliban.
That's right. The Missouri Taliban.
Yeah.
Very, very active. In
They're the
Missouri.
worst.
They are the
Can't
worst.
believe he never cut that branch down. That thing's hanging right above that cushion. I mean, Jesus.
It does look that way, doesn't it? I bet it's an optical illusion.
right.
though.
Just get a sawzall or something. Cut a couple
Right.
feet off.
Backyard safety, man. Backyard safety.
Exactly.
It's even more important than kitchen safety.
Biscuit, you still with us, homeboy? It's late as a
Yeah, I'm just
motherfucker over
thinking.
there.
I'm just thinking.
It's
What are
dangerous, you
thinking
know.
about, bro?
Oh, my mind is very dangerous. I'm thinking of like
Danger is
ideas
its
of,
middle name. Okay.
maybe putting a permanent. You know, like we used to have the British used to be
Use
had
your word. Use
colonies
your words.
and we used to take over countries.
Yeah?
Well, maybe
Yeah.
we should put a permanent colony in Afghanistan and fuck the Taliban up.
Make
Yeah,
it a
that's it.
you
There you
mean
go.
make it a territory?
That's right.
Yeah, make it a territory.
Absolutely right. Biscuit, you guys,
That's
the
it.
Brits were the first ones to, that's where Rudyard Kipling's Charge of the Light Brigade is actually
Yeah, that's right.
from that area. So you guys have more experience than we do.
Yeah, it's the
And-
only. It's the
and we
only
didn't learn from you.
that would get
Get a few Ricky
Afghanistan on track.
Tikitavis involved, and you'll be all set.
Is that the author of Where the Wild Things Are?
Woo.
Rudyard,
What?
No,
Rudyard Kipling.
Is that it?
Rudyard Kipling's been dead a long time. Well, hell, I don't know.
Maybe it is. I can't remember. I'm not even going to Google it. I don't even care.
I'm not even Googling it either.
Blind Fury trying to help Taliban. Very good.
So what do you guys think of the
Did you know-
reaction of what's going on in Afghanistan?
Oh,
It
it's muted
seems-
because everybody agrees that it was a lost cause years ago.
Oh, but you know what I'm hearing though? I'm hearing these people who are saying, if Biden had just done it a little bit differently, the results would be different.
Right.
There's no, the results would not be different.
No.
That's the
I
point.
know.
Good way to do it.
I think what
They're
I'm
permanently
hearing.
or not at all, and it's not fair on the troops to have them there all the time at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I went back. I went back and looked at a lot of Trump's talk about pulling the troops out and how he felt about Afghanistan. And oh man, it's just hilarious that when he would sit there and he had absolutely and if you watch these now, knowing that he had absolutely no clue what he was talking about, just seeing that he would always throw in like he could wipe him off the face of the earth, like if he wanted to.
Yeah.
But he's not going to do that because he's so sympathetic to millions of people that would die, And he'd look over and he would say, "Yeah, we're talking to Pakistan, aren't we?" And
Let's
it's going
face it.
very well, isn't it? He had no clue whatsoever what he was talking about.
Well, he could have killed them all, but that would have only started like a world war, and then we'd all be.
He would. He didn't. He was never going to, and it was just so he could throw off like the realization that people would realize that he had no fucking idea what he was talking about. So he'd throw that out there, and people would talk about, "Oh my God, did you hear Trump? He said he'd kill all those people if he really wanted to, and they wouldn't realize that he had no idea what he was talking about." But just like most of the speeches he gave, he just had no clue what he was talking
He's
about.
a pragmatic businessman. He came from the business world, not the political world. He did have an idea what he was talking about, but politically he was constantly being outfoxed and outmaneuvered. But
he had no clue on world policy whatsoever. No clue. Maybe the economic end of how the world works, but he had no clue on history or like what we're talking about here with Afghanistan. It doesn't matter what would have happened. It would have been the same outcome.
His way of dealing with it was with pure just using his negotiating like a business deal, and he was pretty good at that, but I don't know. It was hard to decipher what he accomplished because what we were told through the media was probably never really what actually happened in a lot of circumstances.
Your mic took your voice way up when you said "happened," and it was "happened." I don't know if anybody else heard that, but
he's going through puberty.
What do you guys think of sending in triggered weapons for Taliban? So like as soon as they fire them, they just blow up in the face.
Brilliant.
Why?
Just feed them exploding weapons and whatnot.
What do we care?
It's a waste of money.
What continues to baffle me is how there's this interplay between the modern world that is completely related with business conduct. It's totally multicultural. It's totally globalized. It's vast. I mean, the scope of it is very hard to even understand, and it's all pragmatically done and all done with cooperation and accommodation and leadership. And then you've got this fucktarded tens of millions of what I can only think of as fucktards who know nothing more than to just seek out shit to blow up, and and disrupt and ruin for everybody else is why that
Are you talking about Antifa?
I'm talking more about primitive tribalism across third worlds, and I just don't
Yeah.
get why they so much hate. I get at some levels why people don't like to be invaded, which is what we did in Iraq, but I also look at that magnificent specimen. Just kidding.
Wow, full screen.
Well, for a second, I thought that was a dog, but it's the sole of his foot.
Oh,
I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. I was
there
like,
we
is
go.
that little weird dog? Like,
As
hanging
long as
over
it's
his-
not his toenails. I can't take his toenails.
Oh
he
man, this is
picked
the
him
one
last
right there.
He picked him for about
Watch out.
2 hours last
Gag factor 10.
That's the thick one right here. This is the thick
Oh,
one.
God.
But I just don't get it.
Can I ask you something, Aphid?
Yeah.
Did you lose that
Aphid.
toenail many times?
No. I thought I was gonna. I told my friends because it got so infected that I thought for sure I was gonna have to go get it taken care of. But I ended up watching a couple of videos on what they do, and it was nothing special. So I followed the directions and I went in there with my razor blade and a magnifying glass, and I carved it all the way down to the base of where the toenail comes out of your toe, and in like a week or two it cleared up, and now I just it's curling under is what the problem is. So it's going down into my toe, which
I knew somebody that would take long, like weekly 15 to 20 mile walks on the beach, which ended up, because of the stress, that person lost their toenails.
Oh.
And one by one, I mean, it was like a really tough individual, but the net result is now they have ultra thick toenails.
Yeah.
The regrowth is the regrowth is astounding, really.
I think it's hereditary. My mom's got thick toenails. My brother's got a thick toenail.
Weird.
And it sucks, There's not much I can do about it, but
We have some wimpy ass toenails? Is that what you're saying?
my toenail is like super thick on the one side. It's thick on both sides, actually.
Wow.
Hey guys, I'm going to take off a little early.
Hey, last chance
today.
before you leave, I want to say I hope you had fun spend time with your family in San Francisco. I was thinking about you, or San Diego. Thinking about you last week, and I know that probably meant a lot to you, and I hope you enjoyed yourself.
We had a great time.
San Diego rocks, man.
Yep.
Great zoo.
I didn't go there, but
Well, take care. Take care, Last Dance.
Take care, guys.
See you, man. Bye. Yeah, he's drinking some water tonight, so he's.
I'll be back in one.
All right, no problem. George, going to get a Crystal Light and 3 shots of vodka. Maybe. Who knows? What are you drinking, Aphid? You look like you're having what
I got this week it's Shock Top. I had a Blue Moon and I went to switch over to Shock Top.
You seemed like back in the day you were probably a Zima guy.
No. I was a Killian's until just a few years ago.
Oh, Killian's. Jesus.
It was always Killian. Well, it's not so much me, it's my wife. So she gets set on one type of beer and I don't really care.
Right.
I'd rather not have Bud Light, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm all over it. Bud Light.
Yeah, see, I mean, how can you say anything about what I'm drinking when you're drinking a Bud Light?
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
I will say you've won, I feel like I'm at a pace where I'm comfortable with, so I don't pass out, at 9 o'clock or whatever. And you got a mixed drink, then you downed a Bud Light, and then you're probably, I know, and you're half probably done with that Bud Light. And I haven't
drank what was left in this room earlier. In fact, there's a shot left.
And you've been, having that wacky tobacco too, and your tolerance level is to be admired.
We're gonna set it up at one level here. See, get the. Woo! I
Well, there goes that theory, Aphid.
Yeah, I have a nip of vodka here, so
That's exactly the reason when I used to go to bars, I would always stand because you get a real effect. If you sit on a stool, you really don't know
Yeah,
really
you
what's
get-
happening.
Well, sometimes he gets up to go to the bathroom or whatever, and he does that little shuffle, But tonight, he seems like he just started the show. Like it's hard to tell a difference from him.
Yeah, it's amazing.
well, I have a stack of
super
2x4s.
tolerance.
Yeah, he does. It's amazing.
No, it's not true. I'm kind of fucked up.
Well, like I was just telling McGrande, sometimes when you get up, you can tell that you're faded, man. And tonight you're getting up and moving around like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm faded tonight for sure.
Yep. We never know what our tolerance is.
I do. I mean, we had a. Do you guys get New England lobsters where you are, like Maine lobsters?
No.
Yeah, we can get them. We like the langustas down here. Just the tail.
No claws.
No claws. But,
Still pretty good.
It's weird. Oh, yeah, they're great, especially if you get them fresh.
How's the tail? Is it tough? Like, are you using a steak knife on it?
What? I got a story for you. I used to windsurf a lot. I had some good buddies of mine. We used to, in the wintertime, we'd go down to the Keys because you get like a northwest breeze down here. So if you go to the Keys, they sort of like jut out west, and a northwest breeze is extremely, it works down there. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And when you're sailing on the Gulf side, there's flats and sandbars, and so you're not getting waves. So it's like a swimming pool at 30 miles an hour. You can. I mean, I used to keep up with cars on the highway, but one time we went down there, and this crazy guy we were with, within the sandbars, there's eddies, and he dived down one time, and he got shorts. It was out of season, wintertime. You can't get lobster, but he brought up maybe 5-6 tails.
Careful, this could be a federal offense.
Well, it's statute of limitations is over by now, but we ended up statute of limitations. Thank you.
Right. Yeah.
But we made a great paella that night because we camped when we went down there. We had a paella, man, with those tails, and it was just the most unbelievable taste I've ever. I still remember it. Probably 30 years later, I still remember.
Yeah.
I've never had lobster, not once.
Really?
Yeah, just looking at you, I wouldn't think that was true, but
Well, it'd be pretty expensive.
I generally used to dine on like pizzas and kebabs, and that's where all this is from.
I'm making some
I've
kebabs tonight.
2.5 stone for the last month or so.
How many?
2.5 stone.
Really?
that's like 40 pounds.
It's good.
Good for you, Biscuit.
Good man.
What's your secret?
I stopped getting takeaways for a start.
Yeah.
I was.
I'm gonna grab a beer.
3 days ago, going to bed at an early hour.
Yeah, good. You do look less puffy, bro. Definitely.
Well, did I tell you about the edema on my left leg?
Uh-oh. No, you didn't.
I had
A past story?
Yeah, quite a while ago, but
Good.
That's completely disappeared 2 weeks ago.
That is great. I think I told you about that man that's in this district, my sister's friend, has similar dimensions of yourself, but he's about 15 years older than you, and he's had the leg issues that have put him put him into ER, and so anyway, yeah, I'm glad that you got rid of it, and hopefully you can continue to
Get my
minimize
feet
it.
sorted because I've got a lot of dead skin and
Well, that's that was one of the
they're
things
all
that got me
cracked,
to.
but I just need to moisturize them more.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know that deal myself. Even though I mean, at in the 260s, I'm in the 260s currently. I have to put moisturizer on my ankles, and since I'm third week into the third weekend of not drinking, and before I stopped drinking, the swelling, was beginning to do some weird things with my ankles. They were starting
It didn't
to.
help that I had athlete's foot for 7 years.
Oh, that's unfortunate. No fun
Wow.
there.
Jesus.
Have you tried changing the medication? Like, because
yeah, I used. Have you heard of Scholl? The brand Scholl.
No.
It's like a talc in a spray.
no.
A
Here's what you got to
medicated
try.
talc. And I also have
You-
hydrocort. Is it not hydrocortisone? It's like have you heard of Caniston? It's an antifungal cream.
Because I'm down here in the moist South, and I have that too, and it's people are generally prone to it, but the Lotrimin is excellent, and you got to mix it up with, like, you guys might remember the commercial, fast actin Tinactin.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Tinactin works. Lotrimin, you mix it up a little bit, like one day this, next day that, and bleach white socks. Bleach your socks white, and you might get some results.
Yeah, he's right, man.
Yeah.
Doing some bleach in the washing
the
machine
cream I
on
used
that
was,
shit really does make a difference.
It was 2% clotrimazole.
What's that? Say again, Biscuit. We were both talking.
It was clotrimazole or something like that. It was a 2% cream.
That sounds like the fast actin Tinactin. I'm not sure.
It's
You gotta go with
strong
I like what he said.
cream that
Fast
can be used
actin
for-
Tinactin.
It's used for athlete's foot and also thrush.
Oh, it's a commercial, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's great. Great delivery. Fast acting Tinactin.
I still laugh.
my goodness.
It's like every time we don't have Texacos anymore, but you remember the old jingle? You can trust your car to the man who wears a star.
Yeah, I do.
You younger guys might not remember that one.
But 3-4 weeks ago, we were singing different jingles.
Yeah.
Younger guys.
At a
I got 20 years on you, except for a cipher.
at a thrift
You
shop.
know, I just turned 48.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're a youngster.
So,
Yeah, you only got 20 years on me. You're not
No, I didn't say I had
68.
40. I
No,
said
you said
20.
20. You're
Matt,
not 68.
Max,
No, I'm
61.
60.
I will be in 1 month.
63.
Are you really?
Me? Yeah.
Mm.
I'll be 68 in 1 month.
I knew you were that old, Cypher. I didn't know McCronde was that
But
old.
here's the cool thing: when you get to be my age, you look, and you can attest to this, Cypher. We want to go for the full benefits. 60 for me, it's 66 in 8 months. What was it for you, Cypher?
No, I didn't have much confidence in my longevity, so I started at 62.
I started at 62 too. I actually filed, but you know what? They won't pay me because I'm making too much money.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
Because
right.
the way it works. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
believe me, I'm not making too much money, but according to them, I am.
I thought it was just a proportion of the benefit, the Social Security benefit that they took. But I'm not going to worry.
No, they
about
limit you.
it. But anyway, back to the
Yeah, I'm not going to
Texaco
worry about it
jingle.
either.
I found in a thrift store,
Yeah.
I found a Texaco shirt that had the big, huge Texaco logo. It took up about half the front of the shirt, and I've got it in a closet somewhere. I
Awesome.
haven't dragged it out in a while, but it's pretty cool. That old vintage
Yeah,
stuff,
well,
just like Aphenlip and his son.
You got to
Technical gear.
you got to wait
that's
for the Antique
vintage.
Roadshow to come in town.
Yeah.
The whaty? The
Antique
what?
Roadshow.
Antique
Antique
Roadshow.
Roadshow.
Yeah.
PBS.
Yeah. I've watched that every now and then. Not lately.
It's a solid
Do you
I
like
love
that?
that
You?
show.
Oh yeah, you
Show.
like that? Yeah, it's interesting.
Exactly. You catch it on the right night, it's good. Sometimes it sucks.
Yeah, the best thing is no commercials. That's the best thing.
Oh yeah. Well, cool.
Oh, dudes, I'm going. You know what's going? You were talking about this the other day, Cypher. The condo assessments.
Yeah.
Everybody, we just passed our 50-year inspection. Oh yeah, man, and it's nasty.
Are you gotta have to have work done, huh?
Yeah, Spalding, the famous word. That
It's
engineering
LL.
term we
It's not-
never
it's-
wanted to learn about.
I think it's Spalling. I don't think there's a D in there.
They gotta. It's because
Okay, thank
It's because of you pacing on those balconies,
It's
taking
the salt,
videos of everybody.
Nah,
the salt just plays hell eventually. Even if you're away from the ocean, the river salt
Yeah.
will do it too. I mean, they've been drilling away. Actually, the drilling's pretty much over. I'm not, and we're having another repainting 5 years later, and that's it's all the project's unfolding. It'll be done in about another month
Yeah.
or so, but it's been going on for about 3-4
that's
months.
good.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived here. Like this is the 11th year, and God damn, it seems they're always working on the place. Big work too, not just little projects, big projects. And,
I feel pretty lucky. I'm here 20 years, and we really haven't had much. Well, Wilma, we lost a roof, but painting the building, I've been through 2 paintings, but ever since what happened down in Miami, everybody's really peaking. So
Yep.
Yeah, you guys that lived in those places. Did you guys did that bother you? Like, were you like, holy shit, man, maybe I should go downstairs and see if there's anything leaking underneath my place?
You may imagine I'm a little paranoid to begin with. So yeah, I've been looking at the concrete for years.
Have you?
Do you have a parking garage directly under your condo?
Yeah, we do, but
Yeah.
no pool above it, and that's what's gonna end up being the answer to what happened down there. The swimming pool was above the parking garage, and that's where the real water leakage was.
Right.
And that's going to come out. You'll see. With us, one of my cars, we had a flood. I had 20 inches of water in there. I almost lost one of my cars. Luckily, the insurance covered it, and it was new enough that they paid for it. But it was at least $6,000 worth of damage on the car.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I grew up.
Did you get rid of that? Did you get rid of that car yet?
No, I still have it, man.
Man, because that's probably gonna come up when you try to trade that in or sell it or something. It's gonna be like a red flag.
Well, I'm driving a 2004 FX Infinity, so they really can't kill me on the price. And I'm a believer anyway. I just keep putting money into it, and it's done its duty.
Right. She's got some miles on her.
It was the first. No, I only have 95,000 miles.
Yeah, but you probably don't drive very far because you live downtown.
Yeah, 10 miles a day.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That whole thing.
My friend tried taking me out for a meal today in a brand new Audi A1.
Nice.
Yeah.
I couldn't fit in it.
Oh
no.
So did you go out to the street and try and then you had to turn around and walk back in your house?
I tried the back seat.
Oh.
And I couldn't even fit through the narrow doorway. But my head was the roof was here on my head. I couldn't squeeze my head in because it was the roof of the car was here.
Oh.
And then
How tall are you?
I'm only 5'11". But
I'm 5'11" too.
My top half is like a 7-foot
Smokesteve,
person,
wake up.
and I've got the legs of like a 4.5 foot person.
No. I'm listening.
I was telling Smokesteve how I admired his how he hung in there, and now he's like, he started thinking about it. Now he's like sitting back, like, "Oh my god, I drank way too much. I'm so
No,
wasted."
no, 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 no.
He's like, he's about ready to just pass out.
No, I was
I,
listening, dude. Listening to the
I'll,
conversation.
I'll tell
That's
you,
all.
it's all about
Active meditative
it's all
listening.
it's all about metabolizing. It's like
That's
me.
right.
I'm a fast drinker. Like I can drink a 6-pack in like an hour and a half, and then like I get a 12-pack. But it's like when you get to like 8 or 9, and all of a sudden the first 6 are catching up. It's an eye opener.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling.
Same thing with multiple pints of vodka.
That I overdid it feeling. That feeling sucks.
Well, not sick,
3
but
cans of
just
Guinness, and that's it. That's my lot for today.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I got to give you credit, man. It's late where you are. You're up so late at night. What time do you get up in the morning?
About 7 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. So you're not much of a sleeper then.
No.
He's a young man still, too, though.
Because I do school run normally, like normal during school term time to take my daughter to school. I'm up early anyway, so and my body clock just makes me wake up at 7 in the morning every morning.
Yeah.
Do you nap?
Yeah. When normally I'll probably sleep. Like once I've dropped her off, I'll sleep all the way through the day until I pick her up.
Right. So you're just waking up, taking her
I'm
to school,
laughing
and
at
going
the
back to bed.
sidebar, not at you, Biscuit.
I can't take a nap. I'm the
Seriously?
nastiest person.
Oh,
I can't do it.
Love a nap now.
I wish
The
I
older I get, man.
Yeah.
Because I was never a napper. I was like, like that was like a bad word, But now, like, I look forward to it.
I get really cranky without my nappy.
Right.
Really, I get cranky
I get
with
a couple
it.
of cushions and pillows on the floor down here, and I actually lay on the rug.
When I'm not, not drinking like I haven't been for 3 weeks, I'll take that gabapentin and tizanidine, the nerve medications, like I am prescribed, and they will put me to sleep, at least once, throughout the day. Sometimes twice. I'll take naps, and it feels good. It doesn't feel bad. It's like, oh, thank you. You remember, Biscuit, how you say that you get the leg, pains, and when you lie down, they go away. That's how this fucking chronic pain is with me. It really gets a lot better when I lie down and get on my side and just take all the weight off, take a load off.
I changed my chair from the office chair to the camping chair because it's a canvas like hammock type seat. This is what I'm on. It's a bit more comfortable.
Yep. Yeah, as year by year, people think up like I have, and you're doing, different ways to get comfortable, man. you got to stay comfortable in your own body.
I spend about 7 hours a day on that. Yeah,
it looks comfy couch. Does it have wings where you can put the wings up?
No, it's a solid oak.
Oh, you got hassock though. You got something to put your legs up.
Solid oak.
Right? Yeah, that's nice. Where's the hassock?
The what?
The hassock. The footrest.
What's a hassock?
It's a footrest. It's a big round or square footrest.
Oh no, I don't have one of those. I just
you let your legs hang down.
If my legs get tired, I'll just lay down on the rug.
Oh, well, there's always hassock.
The back of that chair's too upright to have any comfort.
You can't elevate your legs. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Elevate.
That's what I'll lay down half a day on the rug with a couple of cushions to prop myself up.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That is good.
That love seat / couch in the background. That thing has wings. I can put them up and hang out. I watched, the big screen. The big screen's right over there.
I used to have recliners. I've had about 3 or 4 in the last couple of years, but I just break them.
I'm sorry.
They're not built these days for my weight.
Don't make them like they used to.
The last one I had was an electric recliner, and it lasted about 2 months before the whole mechanism crunched.
Oh God.
You're focused over there, Smokesteve. What are you thinking?
No,
He's thinking how wasted he is. That's what he's thinking.
just reading the comments, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, Steve, I can't see the comments the way I'm set up. So, am I being glorified or
No,
bastardized? No. Okay. Good.
they're just happy dog and cup of tea are going at it, and then total utter nutter is being.
A dog could be on gabapentin. That's not how you spell it, but it could be on gabapentin.
McCrady, how do you feel now that you don't have so many, it's not noticeable that you have so many fans, so many people that are constantly thinking about you and searching the internet for another good picture to post in your name? Is that,
Well,
is you
those were
go ahead.
those were the good old days, my friend. I actually enjoyed that. So it whatever.
You enjoyed the
But
attention?
you know what? I never backed down, so it didn't matter.
Except for the doxing part. That's the shitty part.
No, you never
Well-
back down. You never back down.
I got doxed so many times it was it didn't matter anymore, And all I had to do was say, you remember, in Florida we have the that weird law, you don't have to back down. I forget what it's called.
Oh, stand your ground.
Yeah, stand your ground.
Stand your
Yeah.
ground.
All I had to do was put that out there. Nothing ever came of it again. So, and I don't even have a gun. So, what are you gonna do?
I had one say where I put it on, on the X-rated, and then put it on, I could use all the profanity I want. I ran it like fucking crazy, talking about how I would neutralize anybody that fucked with me. I was just,
Yeah.
I was semi-paranoid. There, people will dismiss it, but I'm certain that I was stalked for a day and a half, and at the end of that period of time, I had a spotter scope on the people who had a small type of a scope where I'm up
I remember
multiple
that.
floors, and the people that little pair of binoculars, the angle and the inclination of that scope, that pair of binoculars was exactly at me. And when that guy looked and saw that I was looking back at him with a spotter scope, that was basically the end of the stalk. There were two other people. They, and I mean, they were around. They were up on the bridge looking into my unit from the bridge. They were there for a long time. I swear to God. And I think I know where they were from, and they wouldn't have been from Live Leak. They would have been from another, cult-like group that was back from the 1990s. And, I sort of poke the bear type of a deal where, if you're dealing with high-level tech people, site engineers who know how to pull histories. I was pretty aggressive in researching other people. And I never doxed anybody, but I knew a lot about a lot of people. And the people that I was researching from the 1990s, I was doing, I like pay, at this point I'm paying just under $17 a month, I think it is, for full, abilities to research names and find out all types of information. It's basically background searches. And I've been doing background searches on people for about 8-9 years, if not longer. I learned how to do that as an insurance agent. I learned how to do, use clerk of court databases. I learned how to use what are the property appraiser databases.
Yeah,
And,
I do those all the
basically
time.
you need is a name and a locale, and you can start going into, and then to use a search utility website on top of that, and then to not purposely, and I did this on purpose, I didn't purge the search histories. So if somebody was looking back at me, that was a very technically proficient person. You know that site administrators can see search histories, right? They can see your Google histories, and so
Wait, what? Wait, what? What do you mean?
If you do a series of visitations to dozens and dozens and dozens of websites, and you don't purge those visits, they end up in your history, and your history can be seen by site administrators.
But site administrators to what?
To any site, any webmaster on any site that has the proper third-party, tools can pull your search, your history of websites that you visited, and they can see exactly where you've been. And
I'm not saying I don't know enough to say that that's not true, but I ran a website, and I mean, I never had, maybe I just didn't have anything to.
Right.
I don't know anything about, I don't even know how, because I had, thousands of controls, but like getting somebody's, besides their IP address, that was pretty much the only connection that I had to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have nothing else of theirs, as far as I know.
Third-party tools, it's there. That capacity is there.
But I mean, what I'm saying is if you know somebody's IP address, I think you can get to that point. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it has anything to do with like a site administrator besides knowing their IP address. Like there's no connection.
Right. I disagree. Go ahead.
I was just gonna get back to aphid because one of the high points for me with the live weekdays was I had a guy walk up to me in a liquor store and said, "Hey, I follow your videos on Live Week."
That was always my worst nightmare, dude. I was like, look, if ever somebody noticed me and say, if they just called me aphid lip, I would be like, obviously it's not my name, I would be like freaked out, especially if I was with my family or something and somebody came up to me, I'd be like, oh man, I knew that would be the cutoff, and I would never show my face again. If that
I think there were quite a few people from South Florida that were into Live Week, so
Yeah. I mean, I know people that knew Live Leak, but they weren't cool. Like, unless they saw my video, they weren't in the community of Live Leak. Because that's a difference between if you watch Live Leak videos and if you're part of the community of Live Leak.
I'm getting a confirmation on the sidebar from Alan Reeder, and I've actually seen Graham mention it in shows where I don't think people realized what he was alluding to, what he was referring to. And you can quiz Alan if you're friends with Alan Reeder, aphid lip. You can ask him about it. But yeah, that ability is there. And the people from the 1990s, those are the people I told you about that hated my guts. They hated my guts. And for them, after 9 years of being away from Gainesville, something was written to me by somebody that I had met here that let me know that they were still referring to me up there, and they were saying unpleasant things. So I decided, okay, you motherfuckers are going to fuck with me a decade after I've been out of your lives. I'll keep tabs on you.
No kidding, huh?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
So,
it goes
Cypher,
it gets that nasty, it does.
Cypher, you used to live in Gainesville?
Yeah. 20 years.
No kidding.
Yeah. 20
no
years.
kidding.
Yeah.
What years did you live there?
From 77 until 98.
Dude, I was there when you were there.
Oh, yeah.
I graduated in 1980.
Well, in 1980? Oh, that was very early. God, that's
I was there from 78 to 80.
All right, and then were you still
2 years? You're only there 2 years?
3 years.
Well, I was. I went to community college for 2 years.
Yeah, Santa Fe Community College or another one?
No, I went down here, Broward.
Down here, Broward. Yeah. That's cool. And you got your 4-year degree from Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool. That's great. Good story. And then you left, or were you still in Gainesville for many, many years?
No, I'm from Fort Lauderdale, so I came home.
Oh, yeah, you came home. Well, I mean, the only way you would have run across me is if you got gas at the Pete Mac Shell car wash. If you ever got gas at the corner of 13th and 23rd, I pumped gas there for about 9 months.
Dude, I lived right off of 13th. I'm trying
Yeah,
to think
yeah.
of the street I lived on. You
Yeah,
know how
well,
the
23rd
streets.
was where the Albertsons was. The Albertsons was right, on the other side of 23rd on
my
the north side.
my 13th Street is 441, right?
Yeah,
So that's the north-south road.
yes.
My buddy, who I grew up with down here, his wife was going to school there, so he worked at Publix, and he used to work in the
University
he
in
was a
13th. Yeah. Well, no, that's University and 34.
University is the east-west,
Right,
but
and
the north-south
Publix
is
was
13th.
right. Publix was
But
at University and
Publix
34.
was north of
Was
University.
there?
But it was on the left side if you were heading north. But my buddy lived there, man. I survived from that guy because he used to get, in those days they had the deli sandwiches. They used to put them in the white paper, remember, before they would weigh them out. That guy would double them up.
That. Yeah, they still do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, good.
Those
Yeah,
are the
you
good
get
old. I love
food.
Gainesville. I ended up
Yeah.
living out by Millhopper Pond,
That's way
Millhopper
out.
out
Yeah,
west.
way out on
Did you ever
the
go
north
out
side.
to that?
Well,
Millhopper?
one of my careers was a pool service route, in business, and I ran routes all over the Northwest. That's where most of the private good pools were, and so yeah, I was out there a lot.
Well, the Millhopper is like, you should know this. It's like a natural. It's a hole in the ground, but they put a stairwell in there, and as you walk down the stairs, the fauna just changes as you keep going down and down and down into this thing. Because that northern Florida is full of springs.
I think Smokesteve's out, I think, isn't he?
No, he's meditating.
No, he's not. He's out.
Deep meditating.
He's out. He's out. Smokesteve is out. Look at him.
He's
Achtung.
All right. Well,
Okay,
I'm gonna make
it's
it
9
easy for
o'clock.
Smokesteve. I'm gonna take off out of here anyway.
9 o'clock. 9:06.
I'm
Smokesteve
gonna
wife,
get off as well.
save
I
him.
am super tired.
Smokesteve, hit the red button.
Nick
No,
Sheeson.
no.
Big button that says nada no more.
Now, I was thinking about something very, very important,
Yes.
Let us know. Fill us in.
but I
What was
won't.
Ah,
Deep
It
thought.
had to do with
Deep.
passing out. That's the funny thing. I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't get more deep than that.
Right.
well,
All right.
Deep into subconscious.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. It's always good seeing all you guys.
Yeah.
It is.
You guys
take care,
I'm gonna dip
It's
out
great.
as well.
All right,
yeah,
later.
I'm gonna head out.
Take care.
I'm about to lose power.
All right, dude.
Hey,
Later. We'll
Steve,
go ahead and end the show.
Steve, thanks for the invite. Thank you.
No problem,
knob.
buddy.
See you next week, guys.
See you next week.
See you later, everybody.
That's interesting, Alan, that you'd back me up. Thank you, man. I knew I was
George,
right. Yes, sir.
catch you next week, buddy.
See you next week. Thanks again.
You got it.
Okay, I'll get out of here.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming out for the show tonight, everybody. It's a fine pub. Good night, everyone. Alan, Happy Dog, you're the man. Total Utter Nutter. Who else do we have? Let's just scroll down here. That seems to be it. You guys are the best. Good night. Good night.